exceptional Cedra, portrayed by the marvellous Miss Hartz. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. Wonderful, gain a hunger. The Camera Bruja Armand, portrayed by Nitro Typat. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. Ooh, that puts you at hunger 5, right?
Tonight's going to be interesting.
Do a frenzy check for me, please, at difficulty 2. I'll be nice to you.
Yeah, nice, even though I'm at a -2.
Oh no, you haven't had the lupine blood yet.
Oh, that's right, you're right. Thank you.
But you might want it when
those were
it's the first thing you get
hypotheticals.
up.
Oh yeah, that's what I was planning.
There you go, you'll be alright then. Isaac, of the Hecata family of Clan Cappadocian, portrayed by Noscavian. Please do an arousal check. Hey, Vancouver. And last, but of course never least, is Mercy Grey, the pet werewolf of the coterie.
I'll just go to Soulbox and get some coffee.
Would that make you a sole citizen?
Yes.
I get that reference. Thank you, Miss Hartz. The coterie have met up, a short walk away from Elysium. Pandora has summoned them for a meeting. They know not to keep her waiting, and so have decided to meet quickly, just outside of Elysium, and discuss things before they enter. They have yet to contact Mercy to arrange a meeting, but fortunately, at least one of them has access to a mobile phone and knows Mercy's number, so they can arrange a meeting place after their discussion with Pandora.
Can I just say that Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead. I was going to ask can I just say that as soon as I wake up, I drink the werewolf blood I was given?
Okay. You may slake 3 hunger. So, some measure of space away from Elysium, all met up, without Mercy, to discuss the night ahead of you. Anything you'd like to talk about, or would you like to go straight to Elysium?
Go straight to Elysium.
Okay. They approach Elysium, and as usual, are disarmed. They enter into Carfax Tower, and away from prying mortal eyes, they search for the secret entrance down into Elysium proper. The night is young, and only a small handful of kindred are present. In her booth, as always, is Pandora, with scarlet light dancing over her elegant dress, as she awaits the arrival of the coterie, and ponders a silver chalice in front of her filled to the top with vitae.
I lead the way over to Pandora and slump in a chair.
Pandora stands, her hands clasped in front of her, with a small smile as she sees you enter and sit down. The rest of you?
I would have followed Pandora over and, or not Pandora, man, I am not fully awake. I would have followed Cedra over. Thank you. And I would have sat down in the chair next to her.
Isaac would follow over as well. He'd give a polite nod to Pandora and seat himself.
Safe.
I'm glad you're here so early. I wanted to discuss something with you of rather urgency. You see, I couldn't help but notice your coterie domain was burned to a crisp.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Small detail. Yeah, that's why we're all hurt.
Do you have any idea what
reasons.
happened?
We know it originated from outside. That's about it.
I thought it would be best to discuss it here and now. What are you going to do about it?
It's a good question.
Well, I suppose it would be apt for us to find out who burned down our haven and seek justice.
Everybody drink. So you have a list of suspects already, I take it?
I don't think we've quite had a chance to have that discussion at this moment. We're still trying to figure out
That's a lie.
what. Oh, is it?
Meta lie, because I gave you a chance.
Crap, I don't remember.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
No. He gave us a chance 5 minutes ago before we walked in where we would have to have the discussion outside of Elysium.
Oh. Oh.
So no, we do
that-
have a chance.
It's a good thing the storyteller's
I see what
on
you're
the ball, isn't it?
No, Pandora, we haven't taken the time to have that discussion yet.
You really should be seen to be doing something rather than nothing. It's very dangerous to just sit there without even a list of suspects. Do you not have enemies? Or do you think you don't have enemies?
Oh, I would never think that. I've pissed off my own fair share of people.
It's a bit of a rhetorical question, anyways. Come on. She knows damn well we have enemies.
Yeah.
A woman from House Kana tricks you, and you want her head. Some unknown party burns down your domain, and you don't even want to seek revenge. We can't let this act go unpunished. It will send a bad message to the rest of the kindred. Hush. Listen. Do you hear it? That's the sound of those beneath you conspiring against you, seeing your weakness and already now planning how they wish to remove you and take your place. This needs to be avenged, lest your unlives come to an early end. I have already taken the liberty of making inquiries into possible suspects. Don't you roll your eyes at me. I could see that you weren't going to be bothered, and you already sat there have no clue. I have to remind you that you have your own enemies. If it weren't for Cedra, you would have all been left in a gutter many years ago.
She wouldn't have seen my eyes roll behind my mask.
You don't know that.
And that was me saying, oh, thank God, out of character. I wasn't rolling my eyes at you.
Did you ever find the French woman from House Kana? Although our kind are mostly averse to fire, there are very, very few that are able to tolerate an uncontrolled flame, though such kindred are rare these nights.
I'm pretty sure she didn't do it.
Perhaps a hunter, then, has heard of you and thought the easiest way to dispose of you would be to set fire to you in your domain.
By the way, I'm pretty sure she didn't do it because she's dead.
Very well.
The outright.
You have been busy. Is it possible the Lupine have attacked you? Though that would be a very strange way for them to seek vengeance on you. They also tend to only stick to their own territory, but I thought you would appreciate a thorough list of suspects.
Yeah, one particular lupine was on my list, but what you said is true, so...
What about your own enemies? I believe Cedra herself is at odds with some Christian fanaticist, is she not?
The territory.
Then the
Always
most
a
likely
possibility?
suspect.
No.
The most likely suspect, then, the Ministry, still active, and given that you have interfered with their plans, they most definitely hold a grudge against you. Perhaps they have made use of a ghoul or a foolish mortal. The coterie charged with investigating the Ministry activities has informed us of their next potential target. You could go to the Kinky Club, find a man named Edward Challoner, and prevent the Ministry from proceeding with their machinations. This would not only assert yourself over a rival coterie, foil a Ministry plot, but would also show other kindred that you are not weakened by any such attacks on your domain. Edward is fairly distinctive. He has a birthmark under his eye that seems similar to the shape of a scarab.
Yes, these suspects do seem quite likely. The Ministry suspect in particular, I'm sure they do hold quite a grudge against us after the bloody mess of our meddling. I'd certainly like to discover whether or not they were responsible for burning down our haven, and if they are, I would like to put the torch to them as well.
Excellent. Perhaps you should start your investigations in the Kinky Club then.
Is that your permission to let us go?
I suppose. Although I don't think you, of all people, need my permission to go into an anarch club.
No, just based on your comments earlier on how if it wasn't for Cedrus, we would all be to the curb or whatever. I don't think you're really over me anyways, so just asking if we're, permission to leave since, we obviously aren't in control of ourselves.
Wait. Now you may leave.
I get up and don't scoot my chair and I'll leave.
Scoop my chair in, nod, go to the bar and get a drink.
You may take one hunger.
Cedra's a little hangry.
Isaac would follow suit. He would stand up, politely nod, push his chair in, and then join Cedra at the bar.
You may take one hunger if you get a drink.
Amon would get up, sigh a bit, assuming that... Sorry?
Armon?
Yeah.
Keep Cedra safe. I'm not sure how I'll even trust certain members of your coterie, or any hangers-on.
Yeah, I know.
But it is
And
your
I will-
responsibility tonight to keep Cedra safe. Any fate that befalls her will be returned to you threefold.
Has she said that to me yet? Or has she only said that to Xavier?
I think she's only said it to Xavier in the past.
He'll kind of hesitate for a second before just kind of nodding in agreement and pushing both his and Xavier's chair in before going up to the bar with Cedra. I won't be getting
When you
anything
push
to
the
drink,
chairs
though.
in, Pandora says, "Good boy, now fuck off." And you may take one hunger for getting a drink at the bar.
Back down to one.
So what are you all doing?
Well, Cedra, it does seem like this Ministry individual at the Kinky Club as at least likely to be our suspect. I'm sure they do hate us.
It's definitely something we should check out. But was there any cameras around the pub? And do we have a way of accessing them?
don't think we have-
Maybe, I suppose. Oh, go ahead, Amon.
I I don't think we ever got the security system upgrade. I think we sacrificed that for something else because we were asking too much.
I didn't remember that either, but I actually meant street cameras.
Oh, okay.
I suppose it might be possible, but I don't know a thing about all the cameras. I just know these days they happen to be everywhere. You can't go to the bathroom without being on camera.
We had 1 dot of security and 1 dot in watch. So we did have security.
We
Oh,
went
wait,
through
outside,
so much
outside.
stuff. I can't remember what we did and didn't have.
We had security cameras on the outside, on the inside.
Well, all the
I
equipment
remember
would
that
be
because
going
there was
down.
a discussion about that.
Let's not get
All
bogged
the
down in
equipment
those
would-
details this early into the game.
I'm just letting them know.
I know. I know. I love you, Boo, and I'll have sex with you after the session, but only after the session.
I mean, the storyteller can't tell us whether or not there'd be cameras. And I should drop it.
At this
I think
particular
it's
moment,
irrelevant,
yes.
just like whether or not our watchmen saw anything.
And I'm not going down that path.
It's okay, given how useless they were anyways. Good riddance.
Yeah. Should we also visit Dolores in the hospital?
Probably.
Oh, yes. That would be a polite thing to do, wouldn't it? Isaac's asking
That
this
sounds
as a
like-
question.
Sounds like a fucking disaster. Just think about. I'm sorry, Cedra. Think about the fuck you just said. All we need, and no offense, Amon, is for Amon or me to get hungry and then just tear apart a whole fucking floor in the hospital.
Phrase that. Should I go see Siege or go see Dolores?
No, because you're worse than us. You get hungry, you try to kill us, not just mortals.
Oh, you won't be there.
That's the problem. If we're not there, who knows what you'll do?
Now that Xavier mentioned that, I may have been chased out of a hospital already. I went for a snack.
It's not.
I forgot about that.
They may recognize my face.
Okay, so
Don't get me
Isaac
wrong, I
doesn't know.
hope she's well. It's just a horrible fucking.
We could send her flowers or something. I don't know
wanna get on
how
the-
to do that, but
You want to get on the Lupin's good side and have him take him. Show we care about immortal.
that's true.
Still don't trust him.
Doesn't matter. We still need him. I don't trust
Oh,
Pandora.
yeah.
I still go over there every fucking night to say hi to her.
And I suppose getting flowers for someone will show them that we know how to show we care.
Honestly, I was a little more interested in talking to her, but
We know her room number. You can just call her.
she could just call people if she really has to.
She's probably like in an ICU somewhere.
I mean,
Mhm.
Skins.
Probably.
you're also not remembering that you're in the UK where there's state hospitals and you only get your own private room if you've got private healthcare. Otherwise, you're just
Oh.
stuck
She
in a
doesn't have
ward
that.
where you can get really sick. If you're lucky, you get stuck in a ward. Otherwise, you get put on a stretcher in the corridor. Right, Thatcher?
If only the doctor were here, he could upgrade her to some nice room in the hospital.
That's the last thing we need. She was a blood doll. He'd be doing that for his own just evil ass thing. Wouldn't be getting her help. He'd just be draining her dry.
Yeah, the last time we asked him to do something with her, he did the complete opposite.
That's
That's kind
very
of how
true.
we ended up with her. Anyway,
I mean, if we're concerned about her safety, I'm sure we could look into getting her better accommodations.
That's a different story.
so
Caesar's-
do we want to go check out
Cedar
this
wants to
Anarch
talk
Club?
to her because she works at the place that burned down.
Exactly.
Doesn't make it a good idea.
I mean, to be honest, it sounded like she was too busy getting people out to really know what was going on. That's what the fireman said got her in the situation she's in now.
City's
Maybe
probably
the
doing an investigation anyways.
Hmm.
Exactly. Perhaps the police know something. We could go ask the police.
I pull out my phone and text Steve.
Let's look at Xavier.
What are you texting Steve?
If he just has he heard any word on the fire that burned down the pub, and I give him the address.
Okay. There's going to be a couple of minutes or so for him to reply. If there's anything you want to carry on talking about while you wait for his reply.
I
It's
just
not
want
code
to
Do I
make
need
the
to flush a
joke.
storyteller
light
needs
to
to tell
text,
you
by the way?
think of the information.
Fine. Do I need to blush a life to text him?
Do you have a smartphone?
You ask me
you're
this
damn
every
right
time.
you do then.
Do you have a stylus?
Gain a hunger.
No, he refuses
Not
to
yet.
get one.
I will just make the joke to give Shiver time to think of info that our pub burned down and now we're up in arms about it.
True though. Once I suppose we shouldn't take too long before we get started looking for this. What was his name? Collahad or something like that.
Who?
The ministry fellow.
Edward.
Yes, Edward. He had a last name too, didn't he?
Challoner or something?
Chowder. That's right, Edward Chowder.
Xavier gets a text back that says there's a few suspects. Leading suspect at the moment will be a couple of people dressed up in cheap suits, like they belong to MFI or some other secret service. There were two other suspicious individuals. One would be casually dressed, the other dressed as if he has no idea what time period he's stuck in. Flares, that sort of thing. Fire was started
Okay.
with petroleum.
Oh. Okay, that's helpful.
Petroleum jelly?
They slipped up.
Well, that helps a little bit. At least we know it wasn't started within. I don't believe we kept petroleum inside for whatever reason.
You shared the info from the text?
Yeah, no, I kept it for myself.
Well, I read some.
He's being
I
sarcastic,
checked.
you literal git.
I wanted to ask, so I didn't meta answer.
No, something like that. Yeah, this isn't my personal
Yeah.
story. I'm not going to keep info from you.
Yeah. Guys in cheap suits, that sounds like an MO we've heard before.
Crazy
Yeah, they're
guys
the ones
around our
that-
pub is also an MO.
That's who snatched that kid up.
Yep.
It It was the Ministry who snatched that kid. It's likely the Ministry who burned down our place.
Yeah.
I say we follow up this lead at the Kinky Club, Edward Chowder.
I look at Cedra. Is that good enough? Is that enough info to hold you over so we don't burst into a hospital and kill everybody?
Yeah, sure, since apparently that's a thing I do now. Speaking of, I do need to run a quick errand before we leave.
Don't take it.
Before we pick up the
Oh, Jesus Christ.
werewolf.
Tried to feed on a werewolf.
All right. I guess we can run your errand. I don't mind.
Leaving Elysium?
Oh, I can meet you back at the car if you want to stay here a few minutes. I'll just walk a couple blocks.
Okay. And I actually want to, as soon as she leaves, I want to slide up next to Xavier and talk to him about something. Xavier has, I know Pandora's been acting kind of weird, but has she ever said anything to you about being responsible for Cedra?
Yeah, every time we see her. Not this time.
Was
I think
it
she's
like
get the point that I'm tired of fucking doing her bidding.
was it like just to keep an eye on her, or was it like a threatening type? 'Cause,
Oh,
yeah,
you mean
she's-
like she's in love, and if anything ever happens to her, that she'll kill you like tenfold?
Yeah,
Yeah, to me it just sounds like a Toreador bitch.
I mean that's fair. It's the first time I've ever gotten that from her. I mean, yeah, keep an eye on her. Don't let her get hurt, sure. But straight up, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
making
Obviously,
sure it
you know
wasn't
how
just
I
me.
feel about her in general, just because she's
Yeah,
trying to push Camarilla bullshit on us. But yeah, no
I
shit.
just want.
We'll keep Cedra. She literally is our coterie. Like,
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. You know, because I technically am more responsible for Cedra than you are.
I don't see why. Oh, clan. Sure.
Yeah,
It's not your problem if Cedra puts herself in a bad position and gets hurt. I mean, we don't want it to happen to her, but you're not her keeper. And I'll tell you right now, Cedra would tell you to fuck off if you said you were her keeper. So,
I said technically. I didn't say I
no, there's no
treated
technicality.
myself like one.
I'm just saying.
Hmm.
I just, of all the fucking things for Pandora to say to us, or else. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, that was just a bit more aggressive than I've gotten in the past. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't something new.
Yeah, I'm glad it just it doesn't stem to just the Anarchs. Now it's just to the Bruja.
You can go off the Cedra now whenever you want.
Thanks.
I just want, that's me just saying we're done. Or I'm done.
Meanwhile, out on the streets of Oxford, Cedra has left Elysium and is in search of her quarry.
Yeah, I walk a few blocks away until I'm far enough away that it's safe. And then survey the random pedestrians.
Do for me, please. Intelligence and streetwise. Add difficulty 2. You'll find several likely targets. One particularly dashing young lady. A little bit worse for wear. Not too drunk, but slurring her speech a bit, leaving a group of friends and
I'll
walking
get
slowly
buzz
off to
off
her
it, too.
house. Pardon, sorry?
Oh, good. I'll get a buzz off it too. I walk up to her. Where are you going alone this late at night?
I'm going home. Where else would I be going at this time of night?
It's dangerous. You shouldn't be walking alone. Let me escort you the rest of the way.
Are you going to offer me a sweetie, too? My mother told me not to accept sweets from strangers.
I'm sure I can find one in my pocket if you want one.
Charisma and performance, difficulty 2, please.
Oh, God.
It's a messy
All I was
crit for
doing was
performance.
in my pocket. Yeah.
You could
Well-
re-roll those 2 zeros, but
I take it out of my pocket and stick it in her eye or something. No, we'll go with it.
All right.
Accidentally kill her with a sweetie.
Isidra reaches into her pocket, thinking mostly about the sweet taste of vitae rolling down her throat and feeding her beast. As she reaches down, her beast begins to take over. She no longer cares about the sweetie. She doesn't even care about the mortal anymore. She no longer sees it as a person, just as a walking dinner. She grabs the mortal,
You're not there.
takes it straight down the alley, sinks her fangs into its teeth, and drains her dry. You may slake 3
That
hunger.
escalated quickly.
You may slake 3 hunger, and you will take a humanity stain.
Okay. No problem going into a hospital. I make my way back to Elysium. Oh, do we still have a way to get rid of that body?
Yeah.
I don't know who has the card, but I'm sure we could just say if you would have asked for the card, somebody would have just been like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what I was going to do, so I would have.
Yeah.
Asked for the card. I make sure the body's cleaned up.
No problem.
I just see Seegers going in to be like all nice and prissy about it, and then it gets real aggressive, and then when she's done, she like straightens out her dress real quick and wipes her mouth off, and it's like, we're done there. Yeah. Lady that fixes her hair after wild sex, straighten her dress out, like.
Sidra heads back in the direction of Elysium and meets up with the coterie who have already exited Elysium and are standing out on the street, waiting for the rendezvous with Sidra.
Ah, Cedra, did your errand go well?
Yeah, everything's all good now. Feeling a lot better.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. Should we be on our way then?
Do the kinky
yeah,
club.
might as well. Yeah.
Do we need to
The
pick up
coterie.
the dog?
I was confused when you said dog.
What?
Oh, I'll leave that up to everyone else's discretion. He is quite helpful in a pinch, but if he loses his temperature, I fear he could annihilate us all.
Yeah, and I mean, do we really want to take a werewolf into a vampire club? I mean, I know kind are there, but especially an anarch one.
It
I think
would
it'll be
certainly It would certainly put them on edge and make them think twice.
I have no problem with not bringing him.
Well, I'm driving, so tell me what I'm doing, because I don't care either.
Well, I suppose it would be best to pick him up if needed. I'm sure we could think of something.
Unless he just says anything, I'm gonna start heading to pick up Mercy.
I mean, if no one wants to pick him up, that's fine. I wasn't saying I wanted to.
I could care less either way. He's a. I mean, he brings something to the coterie we don't have, and that's somebody that doesn't bow to us. Kind of like me with Camarilla. I give you a perspective you're not willing to see.
I was about to say, don't you mean we just got another you that doesn't agree with you?
Yeah, I mean. But I'm okay with somebody not agreeing with me. I have 3 of 4, sometimes 4, sometimes 3.
Who could kill us without a thought?
If he wanted to, he would have already. Trust me. We also drive him straight to the doorstep of Elysium, and he does nothing when he could.
I'll be honest.
He's got issues with controlling things just as much as we do.
Of course, I wouldn't take him to the hospital either.
From a lot of the stories that I've heard, he's pretty tame for a werewolf.
Almost like a puppy.
You tame a wild animal, it's still a wild animal.
Well, yeah, of course. But we too have our feral moments.
It's just not get him. I get what Citra's saying. It's not hard just to say no. It's okay. We have a moment inside around a bunch of vampires. It's going to be like, you idiot. Werewolf has a moment inside of a room, a bunch of vampires. It's a disaster. So yeah. If any of us have a moment inside of a bunch of rooms with mortals, it's a disaster.
So let's go to the Kinky Club.
The coterie meet up with Mercy on the way. Drive off deep into Anarch territory and park a short ways away from the Kinky Club. The Kinky Club is one of the Anarch-owned locations in Oxford. It's run by a member of the Toreador clan, who keeps the club open to mortals and has a very loose dress code. Mortals are encouraged to fill the establishment so that any visiting kindred are able to feed without drawing any attention. Tonight is no different. The coterie can already hear the rowdy activity spilling out of the club's thick walls and onto the street. They enter into the club and can clearly see the dance floor is packed with people scantily dressed and clearly intoxicated with a cocktail of alcohol and other chemicals.
This should be pretty easy if he's in here. Sounds like he's easily recognizable.
So we split up, take a look around?
Sure. Isaac, no dancing.
Oh, very well. I suppose I could give that a shot. I was planning on looking for him, but if you'd rather me dance, I suppose I could oblige.
I think dancing or no dancing.
I said no dancing, but he's just being a little.
Oh, I thought he
facetious.
said go dancing.
No.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Xavier.
But
I
here
thought
we
you
need to
said
act
go
up.
dancing.
Oh, the embrace didn't
thank
fix
you.
your hearing. Okay, it's okay.
Thank you, Cedra, for clarifying that. Yes, I will stay off the dance floor. This isn't the type of beat I typically dance to.
When would Xavier
I was
ever be
looking
like,
forward
go
to seeing-
dance?
I was
looking forward
confused
to seeing
too.
him bust a move.
Women's night out. Just go have fun.
I think Isaac would
Pat
start
Isaac
looking
on the
around.
shoulder. That's okay. I'll cover the dancing and walk to the dance floor.
Isaac would start looking around to see if he can. Actually, he doesn't know what this guy looks like. He's not going to.
I was
do
gonna
that.
ask. I was gonna ask you. Did
We
Mercy?
know he's
Did
got
you give
the
Mercy a
fear of
description?
birthmark under his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
Oh,
pick up Mercy?
Yes. Yeah, we did.
No, we
Chip
didn't.
said we
pick up
did.
her. Oh, we did. Oh, okay.
I like how we all said no, and Shiver's like, you pick up the dog.
Um,
I'm not redoing
Friendly,
the
no
overlay
way.
mid-game.
Isaac would give Mercy the description of the man we got, and then Isaac would start looking around to see if he could spot
Figure we
this
all-
man
we
with
all go
a
look around.
scarab-looking tattoo on his face, or birthmark on his face.
Okay, if you want to do it like that, Isaac. Wits, investigation, and that's going to be difficulty 7.
Okay.
There are a ton of flashing lights and fog for your old cataracts to see through.
Yep, I might not be able to do much, but I'll give it a shot. There we go.
Isaac turns and looks into the crowd of sweaty, profusely wet, not just with sweat people. He strains his eyes, turns around, and shrugs, unable to find a single person in this sea of people. Like trying to find a fart in a jacuzzi.
Yeah. How are you supposed to find anyone in here? It's just a mass of bodies.
Embrace didn't picture outside either. Bummer.
I mean, it's harder to find people here than in a mass grave. These bodies all moving around.
Meanwhile, I am dancing through the crowd on the dance floor, dancing with each person for a second before moving on to the next.
Just dancing with them?
Mercy.
Well, just long enough to see their face and if they have a scarab-shaped scar.
I'll let you have that as an
Perfect.
automatic success, and you don't see anyone with a scarab-shaped scar. But you do look fantastic as you dance.
Is this the type of pub or bar that had booths on the outside?
No.
Yeah, it's just one big dance floor.
Let me translate this to language that you might recognize from the 19th century. This is a discotheque.
Does it look like this bar has any type of VIP room?
That's a good question. There will be an upstairs section, which is, probably where the equivalent of a VIP section.
I will try to go upstairs.
Bouncer on the door stops you and says to you, "Where do you think you're going?"
Hang out with the cool kids.
Your name's not on the list.
Does he have the list in his hand?
No.
Crazy. How'd you check the list so fast?
I know who's on the list. You ain't on the list.
You don't even know my name.
Don't need to, you're not on the list.
I'm not good at talking to people. I turn around and walk away.
Okay.
Xavier just wants to punch the guy and walk past him, and he's not going to. So
I mean, that's a good way to get into the VIP room, just to act like you belong there.
you're not on the list. It's got no paper. Like, this isn't a name on the list type of thing. At this point, I know. So yeah, I'll go up to Cedra. VIP's upstairs. He's going to ask if you're on the list. He's probably going to tell you you're not on the list, but I'll tell you right now, there's no list. That's reserved for specific people he knows and he knows only.
Okay,
So I would
I'll take
go
care
into
of
that knowing.
I'll go up in a
You want-
minute.
You want somebody to go with you? God knows what we'll find up there. Real quick, is this somebody's domain? Do we know? Because is this the club we came in and I was like, vampires?
No, that's different. That's a different pub.
Okay.
No, but we have been here before.
Yes.
I was just making sure it wasn't somebody's Haven domain. Like that was.
Actually, I
Shiver
think it would
said-
be fair to note that Xavier would know that this is someone's domain, although he doesn't personally know whose domain it is. He is aware that
Then
it's Kindred owned.
But it was Hanar.
Yeah. So I will. Yeah. So do you need me to go up there because, for all we know, you could be approached for encroaching on territory.
That doesn't exactly fit in with my plan on how I get up there.
I mean, he's with
Can
me.
you watch for a signal?
I could do that.
Okay.
This guy's probably Gould
So
too.
I continue to dance on the dance floor, watching the VIP section to see if anyone comes down.
Do for me,
You gotta dance like the people in Bloodlines.
and then everyone just stops and stares at you for a bit. Wits and awareness, difficulty 3, please.
Ah,
I don't think that roll worked right because there's no hunger die.
She's at 0 hunger.
That's right, you killed someone whilst feeding. You are absolutely correct. As you stare at the stairs, the exclusive area upstairs, you don't notice anyone coming up or down. That was a terrible choice of words, I'm sorry.
coming down. I'm going to continue to dance on the dance floor for another minute while everyone else does stuff.
Armon, what are you doing?
She's trying to think of something that no one else has tried yet.
Mercy, what are you doing?
What Amon said.
Isaac,
bar.
what are you doing?
No,
One with the bartender.
he's
Does
in
he-
that case-
he's looking around. No, Mercy's looking around, just going on the circumference of the area to trying to find a guy, trying to be inconspicuous.
He's trying to set the mosh pit.
Something that's not in the mosh pit. No, sorry. That's you. As you walk around the peripheral, the outside of the activities, something catches your eye on one of the walls with your supernatural senses. Do for me sense the unseen at difficulty 3, please.
Think the unseen. Oops, wrong one.
Staring at the wall that's caught your attention, you notice there is an obscure door. It has a keyhole that you can see.
I approach the door. I don't touch it or anything, but I examine it closely. Anything out of the ordinary, or I just
Well,
noticed
the fact that you had to
because
see it with sense the unseen to see it's kind of out of the ordinary, yeah.
right. I don't touch it.
I ain't touching
look
that
over
shit!
to. Yeah, right. I look over to Isaac and say, "Hey, Isaac, come over here for a moment." Oh, go get Isaac. Sorry.
Isaac would follow Mercy. Oh, yes. Well, what is it, Mercy?
Take a look at this door closely.
It looks like a wall to me.
Take a better look at the door.
I'll use Sense the Unseen and
Sense the Unseen, difficulty
Look
3
where-
for me, please, Isaac.
even with him pointing to it.
Difficulty 2 for me, then, please, Isaac.
All right, will do. One moment. Oh, yes. I see that door. It's quite well hidden.
Yeah. This is your guys' area, so I don't want to like cause a scene or anything. But what do you think?
About what?
I guess I'll check to see if the door's locked. I'll see if it opens.
Isaac pushes on the door, as there's no handle for him to hold on to try and pull it. The door does not budge in any way, shape, or form.
Ah, Mercy. It's locked. It won't open.
Yeah, figure that. We need a key. There's a keyhole right there. You want to
Well-
take it out and see if anyone comes out, or you want to like?
I have no key for this door. Do you think I'm some sort of hooligan or vagabond that I go around lock-picking doors?
I'm on then.
Sorry, I don't have my supernatural lockpicks.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, let's make it easy on you
Sure.
all. Yes, you absolutely do.
You're all fucking idiots. I mean, for one, the suggestion of picking a lock at a door in the middle of a fucking bar when it's busy is
I mean,
stupid.
that too.
Um,
That too. I was just being facetious.
Secondly, this isn't our place, and we go snooping around, it could end badly for us. Just to remind everybody, we're in Anarch territory, not your territory right now.
Oh, thank you, Xavier. I concur wholeheartedly.
Isaac, you concur, but I know damn well it was your idea to lockpick the fucking door. I know
Well,
it's
well,
fine.
what are you talking about? That wasn't my idea. I just didn't know what was expected of me. It's clearly locked. I can't unlock it. I certainly don't have a key.
I look at Amon. Secret door inside somebody's haven. Think about that for a second.
I mean, it's not something new that we've come across. It's interesting that it's in such a public area of the place, though.
Well, it was hidden. It is.
Wait,
Oh,
what was
right.
the bar? What was the bar we came into that led down to the rooms of all the crazy shit? Oh, do we recognize the door?
Yeah, I suppose you'll recognize the door.
It's the same damn door we went through. Yeah, and then now I look at Amon and it hits me. Amon, we've
Well,
been in this
this is-
door.
Well, hold on. This is the what you're talking about.
He was
The
there.
chair, the
Oh,
creepy
you
chair.
were.
I don't think I was
No,
there.
there was 4
I wasn't
creepy
there.
rooms that we all went in.
Yeah, that was pretty early.
Yeah, it hits me. Yeah, this door doesn't
I
go
don't
where
think
you think
either
it does.
any of them, none of them were there, so they
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
just
have
me
known
and
about
you. Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
just ignore this. I mean, you want to go down there? It's pretty fucked up. I know what this door is now. We made that mistake once. Well, mistake. It was kinky.
Oh,
All right then.
I would not take him, and I point to Mercy.
oh. And I just walk back into the crowd.
Isaac would go ahead. If you want to do something, go for it.
I'll just tell you, I
Meanwhile-
finished my sister conference. That's it.
Good. Citra.
Meanwhile, I'm still dancing and keeping an eye on the comings and goings of the VIP area.
Wits awareness, difficulty 3 for me, please.
That's what I was hoping for. There we go.
Cedra sees a very uniquely dressed person walk down the stairs, leaving the area very slowly. They seem to be buckling at their legs, as if they haven't quite got full motor control.
Uniquely dressed as in weird clothes or as in old-timey clothes?
As in weird clothes.
Okay.
You would look at this person and think, bet they're going to get cold out there tonight.
So it's like the girls in the pictures. And male or female?
Clothes.
You can't, I mean,
That weirdly dressed.
androgynous
Okay.
is the word I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. I dance up to them and do the typical, "Hey, how are you tonight?"
You kind of get this. Hey,
You okay?
who are you?
And
Just say, yeah.
I am the sensational Cedra. And it just looked like you needed a little help.
I am the stoned high.
A stoned what?
Sigh.
Sigh. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. Where are you headed?
I don't remember.
We should get you back up to your friends. Here, I'll help you up the stairs.
Oh, they're not my friends. We just exchange bodily fluids.
Friends, then.
Just friends.
You walk up, you escort the person back to the VIP area.
Whole over the shoulder, helping him walk up the stairs thing.
The guy at the bottom of the stairs looks at the person and looks back to you and steps to the side, allowing you entry up to the stairs. You drag the person up, completely ignoring the fact that their feet are hitting every single step as you force them up the way. You reach the top of the stairs, and you are greeted to the sight of something straight out of the history books, similar to a Roman orgy. People are openly doing drugs, exchanging sexual favors. You seem
Shiver man for
overly
me to go up
dressed.
there.
This is all being made up on the spot, so I'm enjoying it.
So a 1990s Oval Office party. Got it.
Someone in the corner photocopying their backside.
Somebody under the desk.
Up here in the VIP area.
Your
I
supernatural
find
senses, your supernatural sense of smell will be overwhelmed with the stench of sperm and other less savory things, less salty
Thank God I
things.
ate first. I find a somewhat horizontal surface to deposit the person on.
No problem yet.
And then I take a look around the members, trying to make it look like I'm evaluating which one I want to pick, but really I'm looking for the dude with the birthmark.
I'll let you do that as an automatic success. And waiting, as long as you are, to see faces bob up and then back down, you see no one with that particular birthmark.
At this point, I shrug I'll give the person that I laid down a quick little kiss on the cheek and go back downstairs.
You just see them say, "Who are you?" Armand, what are you doing?
That's it.
I'll approach the bar and kind of tap it a little bit to get the bartender's attention.
Bartender walks over, moves his eyes up and down on you. You're slightly overdressed for this place. Most
Yeah,
people don't
tell me
obscure their
about-
faces fully.
Yeah. Out of character, this is going to go terribly. I'm looking for a friend tonight. Can you tell me if you've seen her around here?
That's it? You're looking for a friend? I mean, you're in a club. Go make one.
No, but I
People
know.
are very
but
friendly
me-
here.
You know, Kim and I were gonna, do everything together as friends do, not just apart from each other.
Okay. What kind of friend is this?
Oh, sorry. He's got a scarab-shaped birthmark under his eye, and I kind of point at the correct eye.
Charisma, persuasion, difficulty 2, please. Yeah, I've seen him around. Though he came in far earlier than you did.
So he's left already?
I didn't say that.
Okay, that's fair. Do you see him go anywhere in particular?
Yeah, I did.
Can you point me in the right direction?
If only it was that easy to get into the, special area.
I see. Alright, well, thanks for all your help.
Oh, these bloody kids today. You could have at least attempted to bribe me. That's what most people do when they want to go in the back room.
Fine. I'll pull some money out of my pocket.
How much?
$3.50.
Here's £1. Tell me your secrets for £1.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that
Spend it
low.
all in one place.
What notes do you guys have? I don't remember.
5, 10, 20, 50.
I'll pull out a 20.
He raises an eyebrow at you. Really? I get paid more than that just for the night's work. I get paid more than that from a tip from these people. Look at them. They don't know what kind of money they're giving me.
I sigh begrudgingly and pull out a 50.
The barman takes the 50 and the 20. Just you going in?
Now I got a group that I'd like to round up first.
How many?
Other people I've met in the club. 4.
Come back in a minute then. I'll get your badges ready.
I'll head back to... I'd probably go to Xavier. I got us passes into the back room where our friend is supposed to be.
The back room, the door I told you didn't really want to go into?
I don't know if it's that specific one, but I was told a back room.
Cool. How are we going to tell Cedra?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I could try to
I just
contact
sat
her.
back, staring upstairs.
I could contact her.
I'll be back downstairs.
Oh, she did.
You did? Okay.
Pushed him down, gave him a kiss on the cheek, looked around, came downstairs.
Yeah, because she didn't see
I think it's
anything.
safe to say you would have seen me come back down.
Probably used hand sanitizer because even the undead have standards.
Yeah, and you
Good-
know,
Good
quarantine.
news, Cedra. We're either
What's
going
that?
back up there, or we're going to go back downstairs where we got to see that spectacular show in those 3 rooms about 10 months ago.
What'd you find out?
I don't know. Amon says he's taking us to the special place.
Guy at the bar
Oh,
said that the guy
God.
we're looking for is in the back room. That's all I got.
Guess we're going to the back room. Did you get a password?
He's getting passes for us. We should probably go back up to the bar and grab him from him.
Okay, let's go. Yay. What are we gonna do with him? Nods to Mercy.
I don't know, depending on where they lead us to, maybe we should stop and tell them not to go down there, since Xavier said that if that,
Let's wait and see.
yeah,
It wouldn't.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll lead the group back to the bar.
It's gonna go horribly wrong.
You and these 3 then?
Yeah. Out the rich 3? I'm confused with who's
Brought
with me.
Mercy.
They're coterie.
I'm the only one that said not to bring Mercy.
Oh, did you grab Isaac too?
I assume so.
Oh, okay.
The barman looks over each one of
Mercy
you
looked up.
questioningly. Oh, sorry, good Mercy, go on.
When she looked at Amon, did you forget to count me?
No, he said how many guests? I said 4.
Yeah, that would be 4 total. Amon, you are a guest.
Alright. Then, Mercy, maybe you should hang back. Or go in and see what's going on.
Alright. I lean into Amon, whisper to a DM. Want me to remain in contact with you?
Yeah, you can talk to him.
Sure.
I activate mental speech.
Okay. Wonderful. That's a success.
Say it. I
The
say through
barman.
mental speech. Can you hear me?
Yeah. 16 kilometers, holy shit.
Barman looks over each one of you questioningly, before finally reaching underneath the bar and hands you each a lanyard. It simply has letters VMP on them. Go to the door, side of the bar, move your lanyard over the keyhole, it'll open for you all. You'll need this to get in.
Fancy.
Don't take them off. Don't start anything in there. By the looks of you, you're all troublemakers. Especially that one, he says as he gestures at Armon.
You don't know the half of it.
Through mental speech, I tell Amon, have fun storming the castle.
Thanks.
Isaac would head over to the door and he'd wave the little lanyard over the door.
Just Isaac?
No, I'd follow him over, do the same.
Everyone doing it? Okay. The door opens and closes behind the coterie as they enter. It somehow manages to block all the noise coming from the busy nightclub behind them. They stand in a blank, concrete corridor, lit with a few exposed, bare, incandescent light bulbs, lighting up 3 doors that stand on the walls.
You're back again.
Oh, this place has a lovely atmosphere.
I mean, sure.
All right. I suppose Isaac would walk up to one of the doors, maybe the door on the left, and take a look inside.
I stand back while he does this. Him and Amon. I just let them go.
Just Isaac going up to the door?
Go on.
Unless someone wants to come with me.
I look at what the other 2 are doing. I don't back up to where they're at, but I don't go up to the door immediately like Isaac does.
The door
I
does
do the
not
whole
respond.
stand back, look to see.
No
The door
response
is
to the door.
locked steadfast.
Ah, the door is locked. Let me try the one on the right. I'll go to the door on the right, see if that one is locked as well.
Move to the other side of the hall.
The door is completely locked and does not respond to your touch.
Isaac would walk back to the party. It would appear these doors are locked tight.
Try knocking.
All right. Isaac goes back to the door on the left and knocks.
Nothing happens.
It's not working, Seidra. Maybe you and Xavier should give it a try.
I mean, if it's not opening for you, why would it open for us?
Is this one of those stupid things where we all got to be there? I know. Let's do this as a group.
Walk up.
I just look at Xavier and then look back at the door and walk up to it.
The door opens. All 4 going
Take
in?
a step back.
Okay.
Can we see what's inside the door? I try to see what's inside the door before walking in.
The door opens a crack.
Damn it.
All right.
I go
The
in.
door
I know
is
how this
opening.
works.
Let's go in.
I lead everybody in. Like, okay, here we go again.
The door opens into a fairly small room. It is very dimly lit with just a couple of plain metal seats with what looks like old and torn cushions upon them. A few short moments later, a light flickers on in front and above the coterie. They can see a thick glass wall in front of them and a stage light shining on the centre of the isolated section of the room, focusing on a naked, filthy, emaciated man chained to the floor. He seems dazed and begins to look around his surroundings, seemingly not seeing the coterie in front of him, when something to his side catches his sight and he begins to scream. The coterie turn to look and can just make out in the darkness a disfigured monster with one arm and pieces of bone exposed. They can see at the head of the monster has no flesh over its cheek, exposing its clearly pointed and jagged fangs, stained with old blood and bits of rotting flesh dangling from its jaw. It seems like the coterie vaguely recognize the clothing the monster is wearing, dressed like it used to be a cheap hooker, but the coterie dismiss the idea swiftly. It begins to advance on the restrained man, its bare feet stomping on the ad hoc stage. It grabs the man's head and tears into his face. The coterie can hear the man's shrieks of pain and terror in between the monster's slurping noises as it drains the man of all of his blood, only stopping after the man has been drained. The beast throws the drained, desiccated corpse to the floor with disdain and lets out an ear-piercing shriek. It begins to sniff the air and turns its head sharply in the direction of the coterie, pressing up against the thick glass and biting at it.
Yep, looks like he's not in here.
I'd agree with that.
I walk up to the
Isaac-
glass, and I'm like, to rub its nose on the other side of the glass, taunting it, and I walk away.
Yeah, Isaac would pull out his pen pad and take some notes, and he'd take a few steps closer as we watch the show. This is fascinating. This is clearly some sort of flesh-crafted horror or something of the sort. Then after a little, probably after everyone else starts heading out, then Isaac would look around and realize he needs to move the fuck along.
Okay. Everyone leaving the room then?
Yeah, like as Isaac was doing his thing, my mom probably would have gotten really close up to the glass to get a really good look at it and just go, and then leave.
You can see from the corner of your eye that there is another monster, just as disfigured, sat in the corner. It seems to be wearing its own homemade clothes, some sort of weird leather. You exit the room, close the door behind you.
We exit the womb, guys.
That was fascinating. What do you think is behind the next door? And Isaac would eagerly go up to the door on the right side.
Before we go in the next room, I'll be like, Cedra, remember the last time we were down here? We got quite a bit of info from seemed to be a another blood doll. Is this guy the next one? Very convenient. As I walk up to the door with Isaac.
Just curious to go in the next one. I walk up to the door.
I'm on to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The coterie enter into the second room. The room is bare and concrete, with only a few old dried bloodstains on the wall. Many of them seem to start as handprints, but are dragged down the wall before fading away slowly. There is only one chair, sat in the centre of the room atop a small podium-like structure made of 3 white marbled stairs. The chair is a macabre construction of flesh. Clearly recognizable human hands, arms, and other appendages are embedded into it. There even seems to be part of a face frozen in terror, but its eyes still moving as they are fused into it. The coterie remember this chair from their past visit here, but it seems to have changed a lot since their last sight of it. It still seems to breathe uneasily, and now seems to pulse around various parts of it. At the end of the chair's arms, such as they are massive fangs of a lower and upper jaw. The coterie can hear the rattling of chains to the corner of the room, hidden in a dark corner, and their supernatural senses even pick up the sound of anxious, scared breathing.
I look, is it kind? Can I tell?
I don't think you're going to be able to tell on just a visual inspection if it's Kine or kindred.
Is it chained?
Yes.
You said chained?
Yes. You will recognize that it is a small child.
I look and I just go, huh. I wasn't here before.
The new parts of the chair looking for a scarab-shaped birthmark.
Do for me. I'm thinking wits and investigation. Yeah, wits and investigation. Difficulty 3, please.
Clever girl.
The whole time, Xavier's like, are you human? Please tell me you're not human.
To the chair.
No, to the kid chained up on the side. I'm tapping on the glass. I don't even know
There's
if
no
he can hear me.
glass.
There's no glass.
Oh. Then yes, I'm just saying it out loud. To the
Okay,
kid.
we'll come back to you. First of all,
Okay.
Cedra attempts to try and look closer at the chair. We don't get too close. Unfortunately, she's not able to make out any particular details on the face that is sticking out from the chair. Xavier interacting with the child. The child looks up at him, clearly tears in the child's eyes, and says, "What else would I be?"
Would I know enough about Dampiers now to know that they could cry like children? Because I'm assuming, like, a kid that's been embraced wouldn't cry. You know what I mean? So the only other thing I think you could be would be a Dampier, right?
Given the amount of knowledge that you have, you would at least go with the working theory that it's an actual kind child.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. There's no clock.
No, you got a good point. I look back at Amon. We got to get him out of here.
Is it male or female? You said little girl, right?
No.
Okay.
It's a kid. You can't necessarily tell.
That's horrible.
Why-
Can't tell if little girl or little boy. Hello?
It's not Mickey
Well,
Mouse.
I'll be honest, I was sitting here waiting for Shiv to go, the kid turns around and you recognize it as Amon's daughter. But we haven't got that yet, so yeah, no, I agree, Xavier.
Do you know where home is?
Where am I now?
In Oxford?
Where's that?
Does he sound English or British?
No.
Or what is his accent? If you say
Middle
no.
Eastern. I decided not to be offensive this week with it.
You're nowhere close to home. That's not cool.
In that case, Cedra is more interested.
I don't know how I got
What's your
here.
name?
Sebastian.
What's your name?
Strong Middle Eastern
Sebastian.
name.
Where's your
Are-
parents?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. The last thing I remember were these teeth. And then being put into a crate. I wasn't wanted. And I woke up here.
I bite into my arm and hold it up to him.
You can see the child's pupils dilate.
What's up,
No, never mind. He
Belinda?
can stay. Sorry, kid. And I turn and walk away. Walk out.
You're not my mummy.
I just kind of laugh on the way out the door, shake my head.
If Xavier's not interested in a kid, then I'm not interested. I follow him out. Wait, does the kid have a birthmark?
I don't think you need to roll for that. No, it does not.
Yeah. Is it Edward? A 500-year-old child.
I mean, it could be. It could be.
Yeah, exactly.
I follow Xavier up.
I look back at the kid.
Please don't
look
leave
at
me. I'm
them
scared and it's dark. And that chair
Walking
keeps
out.
making noises at me. I don't want to be here. I want to go home.
I followed them out, and I'm just like, what was that about? I asked him as he gets distracted.
As you
Well,
leave, you
it's
can hear the
probably-
child descending into wails and tears.
It's probably best we don't steal any of the property or damage anything. We wouldn't want the owners being offended.
But what was that? What was that sudden turn? You wanted to save that kid, now you don't.
Yeah, I want to save human kids, not a human.
I mean, you don't necessarily know that. I go back in the room, and
I'm on.
I cast sense the beast on him.
Well, as far as I'm aware, you never left the room.
Oh, you have it.
Okay. Nope, that's not the right button.
Okay. So the child is going to be rolling composure and subterfuge. And you're going to be rolling resolve and animalism.
Yep. Really? I'm curious about this. I'm gonna re-roll 3 of those.
You can only re-roll 2.
No, the 2 5s.
I'm looking at
and
the
a
wrong
1.
character. Sorry, carry on.
Okay.
Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, that's a draw, so that's going to go to you. You can sense the presence of a very faint beast inside of the child.
He's a, I'm going to use a word, but he's a child sex worker in kindred terms. They turned him and shipped him here just so he could be on display, is my assumption.
I kind of let out a heavy-handed sigh and just walked back up to Xavier.
Isaac?
As I was saying, we certainly don't want to steal anything from the owners. We shouldn't mess with the chair or the kindred or Dampier in there. Whatever it is. You said it's not human, right?
No, its eyes dilated when I held my blood up to it.
It's got a small bit of beast in it, but not full-blown like I'm used to seeing with looking at people like you guys.
I'm here
So
to
it's
protect
probably-
innocence. His innocence has been taken from him. It's not my problem.
It's probably some sort of thin blood or something. Either way, I don't think we should destroy the things in this place without. Well, if we did, we would have to answer for it, or we should move along.
I pat Isaac on the back. I say, thanks for your permission.
You're quite welcome, Xavier.
I don't think Isaac realizes yet what Xavier will do if it was an actual kid. He
And
would
then,
literally try to smuggle him under his jacket.
Wouldn't be the first time someone's done that in game.
True.
And then I guess Isaac would head towards the door.
Okay. One door remains.
Isaac would head towards the last door if the coterie follows.
What a name. I said a lot in character.
Mercy contacts Amon asking him, any luck in there?
No, not yet.
Too bad Amaz not winning.
All right.
Be like, man, this is so cool. Just there's fucking carnival rides and everything.
Alright, give me a
I would be
holler.
like, oh man.
Scooby snacks as far as the eye could see. I was following Isaac up to the door, by the way.
Everyone going in the last door?
So I guess if
The door opens for the group of supernaturals. Inside are 4 people standing. 2 of them are seemingly smartly dressed, like they are some kind of secret agent. They're talking to another pair who seem far more casually dressed. Behind them is a man chained from the ceiling, dangling over some red-hot burning coals. The brief bit of conversation you overhear as you enter the room gives you the impression that the smartly dressed men seem to be negotiating. As the coterie enter, one of the casually dressed people walks over to them. You can go in any of the other 2 other rooms, but this one is busy right now. It might be shut for the remainder of the night.
We haven't done.
This one's currently engaged, as you can see.
I catch a glance real quick to see if he's got the tattoo or the birthmark.
Do wits
of
and
them.
awareness difficulty. Yeah, let's stick with 2 for that. Oh yeah, which guy are you doing this on? Just so I'm totally sure.
The guy chained up.
Yeah, cool. Difficulty 2 then, please.
3.
You steal a glance over at the man dangling over the hot coals, and you can see he has a birthmark in the shape of a herb upon his cheek.
I nudge Cedra.
Done the other 2. Can't you go talk in one of the other 2 rooms? We've done the other ones already. We're ready for this one. We paid money to get in here too.
Yeah, we own this place. So if we tell you this place is off limits, it's off limits.
I don't have sense of beast, so I'm trying to word how Anarch territory. How do I word this? Do I recognize them at all? I guess just in general from being bar owners in Anarch territory.
No,
Would
they don't
be-
come
would
to
I
the
recognize
meetings.
It's true. Okay. Yeah. I'll say that's unfortunate. Came to see him.
Well, he's right there. You came, you saw.
would it be possible for us to have a brief word with him?
Don't talk to the club's property. That's not what the kind of service people come here for. Now, if you excuse me, we're in the middle of business. He stands there sort of.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be the one in the group that does this if nobody else is going to.
Oh, I was waiting for everybody to talk. I've got something I want to do, but yeah.
They're looking up at him.
Well, since Xavier's usually the one that kicks off things, I want to do it now.
I'll be like, I'm sorry. We'll show ourselves out, and I'll turn to walk away, and then I'll just turn back and hit him in the face.
Then
Do for
before
me.
he does that, can I, because I've got those metal gauntlets on, I just do the crinkling my knuckles together thing, and I go, I don't think that we were really here to negotiate.
As Xavier's like, sorry for your time.
Okay, Xavier, strength, brawl. Character is not going to have enough time to try and punch you back, but he will have just enough time to try and dodge out of the way. That's fine.
I don't want the beast right now. Oh, I'm trying to see.
Sorry.
Xavier turns around, using his own supernatural senses without even pumping any vitae into his legs to encourage celerity of discipline. Lets out a quick, strong punch, landing straight in the face of the Kinky Club staff, doing 3 superficial damage.
I knew it. God damn it.
Cedra.
Slice open my hand.
Do a rouse check for me, please.
Damn it.
Gain a hunger. Armon.
I would like to activate prowess, please.
Show me prowess. Rouse check for me, please.
I can use that button. Cool. I have to scroll all the way down now, which I didn't want to do in the first place. And I'm going to pop my sword out and take a swing at one of the guys that Xavier didn't punch.
Okay. Do strength melee for me, please.
Thanks. I get. Oops.
And is going to try and dodge.
Cool. My sword does 3 damage, by the way.
From the sight of seeing his friend or companion or staff member, whatever, get punched in the face by Xavier, the other one advances upon Armon. Armon, being far quicker on the draw, ready for a fight, brings out his sword and successfully runs through the other man as he charges on him, doing 3 superficial damage.
It's also +2 because it's half my potence rounded up.
Thank you. Doing 5 superficial damage. Isaac.
Isaac would use toughness. That'll be a rouse check. I'll display it for you.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
And you're feeling
And then,
slightly aroused,
Isaac-
so gain a hunger.
And then Isaac would go to the nearest one and fisticuffs. He's gonna join in on this fight.
Do strength brawl on one of the secret agents.
Secret.
There you go. 3 successes. Aha!
And he's going to try and dodge. No, actually, he's going to get in a slap fight with you. Because he's seen this going down, and he's probably got enough time to think, I can have you. So he attempts to hit you back. And that goes to you, Isaac. So you, in a clash of fist. In a clash of fist against fist, Isaac ends up getting the upper hand, so to speak, and manages to get one quite solid punch straight in the face of the secret agent, knocking his sunglasses off, pissing him off. I think we just pissed him off. Nearly 1 superficial damage.
Oh, that will show him.
The staff member engaged in a fight with Xavier raises his fists up and attempts to punch Xavier as hard as he can in his face. Would you like to dodge? Dexterity and athletics.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's a
I think-
stupid question, but for thoroughness, I like to ask.
you're fine. Yeah, rapid reflexes doesn't do anything, so. Dexterity and athletics?
Yes, please.
That's
I
not
think
right.
that's right. That's better.
I leave it.
As a staff member throws lefts and right hooks and straight hits straight at Xavier, Xavier skillfully manages to dodge them all. Unfortunately, being unaware of his surroundings, having not taken them in long enough, he trips and falls over, bashing the back of his head on the wall, and does 1 superficial damage.
Or Xavier. That's what my kid did earlier.
The staff member engaged with Armon pulls out Armon's blade out of his chest, looks more pissed off than anything as blood drips out of every single orifice upon the man's face, clenches his fist, and attempts to punch Armon as hard as he can. Would you like to dodge?
Yeah, I'll dodge.
Dexterity and athletics, please.
Athletics. Really? I'll reroll.
On paper, you're equal to Xavier. In game, you are way subpar.
Yeah, I don't know
Ross does
why.
not like you.
Okay.
He's like, I can do this, and then just
Well, it's not
Armon,
my turn, so I can't activate like fleetness or whatever to give me extra stuff.
Armon takes a step back after the blade has been pulled out of his victim's chest, dodging every single fist that comes flying his way from the groggy, dizzy staff member. Armon is able to thankfully retain his senses and dodge every single one of the sloppy punches coming his way. The secret agent guy, who's currently in a fight with Isaac, can't do anything because he attempted to punch him back. The other secret agent guy that's in the room cracks his neck and advances upon Isaac, puts up his jukes, and throws several punches in Isaac's direction. Trying to dodge?
All right.
Stupid question. I feel stupid
Mechanically, I'll go ahead and roll for a dodge, but thematically, I think Isaac's just gonna like look at him and stoically take the punch because I know my roll's gonna be shit.
Okay.
What? Oh, that was him. Okay. Also, there's no way I could. Yeah, Isaac's gonna take this one in the face.
So that would normally be 3. 1 because of your toughness, so that's going to be 1 superficial damage.
Because he's made out of stoner stuff.
He's gonna just like punch Isaac, and Isaac's gonna spit. Is that all you've got?
Which takes us to round
his
2,
last words.
and Xavier.
I stand up. Okay.
Technically, it should be a turn, but I don't think that's fair.
Stand up and activate a discipline. Would those both not be minor actions? I'm just forfeiting doing a
That's
discipline.
that's
that
what
I
I
want.
think as well. I don't think
Okay.
standing up should be a turn action in this instance.
Cool. How small is this room?
Do you want it in feet?
No, it depends on which gun I pull out.
Everything from Star Wars where they shoot the gun in the room and it bounces all around.
No, I was more the loudness. Although, vampire.
Oh,
ears
you
will
don't have to
equal.
worry about the loudness at all.
Cool. I pull out my shotgun and hold it to the guy's face.
Wonderful. Blasting your load in his face, then?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you want to do the shotgun?
Yes.
All right.
Takes one turn.
Close
Resolve.
range is a +4. So.
Resolve firearms. Difficulty 2, please. And this is on KC1.
4.
And he's going to try and dodge. Wonderful. What's the shotgun damage? Something like insane at close range,
Plus
isn't it?
4.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
So that's 6 damage. Xavier pulls out the shotgun like he's a hero from the future.
Too bad
Takes
we don't have
aim.
the rose box, because I
Takes
did
aim
hold it with one hand to his head.
and fires straight off, getting every single piece of shrapnel inside of the Kinky Club member's face. The Kinky Club member has not got much of a face left. Drops to his knees in extreme, excruciating agony and starts to bleed out on the floor, though still alive.
I look down and I say, is that our turn yet?
Cedra.
Stab at the one that attacked Isaac last.
Okay. Do for me strength. Melee, please.
Strength.
And he's going to try and dodge. Yeah. So how much damage does your sword do? 4? 3. Is that with the special that Windashi has?
2 extra die to run.
Ah, lovely. Okay. So that's ooh, that's rather painful. The ministry member caught unawares as Cedra sneaks behind him and runs him through, stabbing him in the back of his neck. He chokes. Well, I say he chokes. He chokes on loose bits of vitae that come spitting up through his esophagus. Cedra withdraws her blade, and the man falls to the floor, with precious vitae spilling out onto the floor.
But he's still alive?
Yeah. But he's on the floor.
The kindred's on the floor, probably whimpering like a bitch.
He's right, you know. Armon,
May I ask you a question real quick?
you just did. Did you enjoy it?
Yes. The potence I get from Mercy, does that add to my potence or just give me potence if I don't have it?
Gives you potence if you don't have it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, Vasco, you said I added wrong when I didn't. I did my math correct. I have more potence than Mercy gives me, so I counted correct. I'm just going to do the same thing.
Okay. Strength. Brawl. No, strength melee. And fuck it, he's getting a bit jumpy at this point, so he's gonna try and punch you back.
Ah. I can only reroll 2. You know what? I like combat. I'm gonna reroll again. Only 2 though. Yeah, that's what I needed.
And that's +3?
Plus 5 in total for both prowess and the weapon.
Armon successfully runs both of his blades through the other staff member, stabbing him in the chest and turning him into a kindred pincushion. He withdraws his blades from the dead husk of a body as it falls to the ground itself, blood spilling out all over the floor. He's still alive.
Really? Okay.
Isaac, show us what you're made of.
Come on now, show me what you've got. Isaac's gonna, keep his fighting Irish stance and he's gonna go in for another blow.
Do you want to punch him before you do that?
That's what I mean. I'm gonna punch him.
It's hard to
What do you
at least.
think I mean, Shiv?
It's
I thought you were going to get on your knees and suck his cock.
No, I'm going to punch him with my fist.
Oh, right. Well, he's going to punch you back because you refuse to give him fellatio.
Aha!
In an interesting display of drunk boxing, Isaac manages to get off some solid left and right hooks upon the ministry member, who was feeling a little bit disappointed and slightly saddened. He manages to get a decent connecting blow upon the ministry member's face, and does 1 superficial damage.
Yeah.
I love this, by the way.
Delivering the
It's like
pain.
everyone else has basically got their guy on the floor, bleeding out, and Isaac is just like,
Hey, I'm dealing as much damage to them as they're dealing to me.
well, you're giving them slightly more damage.
Oh, I was like,
I guess.
great, this is gonna end well.
Okay. That guy's incapacitated, that guy's incapacitated, that guy's incapacitated. The only one that is still relatively able to do anything is the one that is directly fighting with Isaac. He raises his dukes. No, actually, let's make this a bit more interesting. Let's see. I'm going to activate feral weapons. Lovely.
Ooh.
Okay, so +2 modifier.
Wait, he activated feral weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Even the ministry goon is... Oh,
It's only level 2. The ministry member stands back, and Isaac can see the man's fingertips slowly turning into long, jagged claws. The ministry member attempts to run them straight into Isaac's face. Would you like to do it? Would you like to dodge?
Yeah, sure, I'll roll a dodge.
Okay. Dexterity and athletics, please. The ministry goon, unimpressed with Isaac's displays of being able to dodge every single one of his attacks, ends up with several deep scratch marks upon his face, and does 3 superficial damage to Isaac. Which brings us to the last round, and Xavier. You currently have a Kinky Club staff member laying on the floor at your feet, blood spilling everywhere, as he's kind of whimpering in pain and embarrassment.
and he was the guy that came up to us and told us to leave, right? All
Yeah.
right, so I'm going to assume that he's the leader of this group. Holding my shotgun to the back of his head or whatever part of his head, I don't care if he's looking up at me. I'll activate Daunt.
Is that right? No, that's free, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah. I believe it's our turn. You should tell your men to stand down before we kill every single one of you.
He's gonna
Probably
roll.
shouldn't do this, but yeah. I've been playing Vikings all day. I should just kill him, but you know.
So do for me charisma and persuasion. Add your presence rating to the overall score.
God. Yeah, this is horrible. So 1.
What's... Oh. You can just hear the man gurgling out the words, "They're not even my men. I'm only 2 days away from retirement."
If I can shoot him, I will. But if it takes,
I mean, that would really be your turn. But
that's what I figured. Yeah.
I'll let you do it if you want. You don't need to roll for it.
I'll shoot him. Okay.
Even if you
They'll
get the
prove a
minimum
point either way.
score, you're going to kill him.
Plus
so you
4.
don't need to roll,
Yeah.
which is why I will let you do it. So, Xavier stands over the remains of the man, looks down on him, And in response to his attempt to resist his sway of persuasion, Xavier says the words, "Oh, such a pathetic display of nonsense," and blasts him straight in the head. Bits of skull and blood and brain blow across the floor.
I don't look away when I do it.
Okay.
You know how most people are when they do it, they look away so they don't get brain on their eye? No. I stare at him.
And I also need to watch the Transformers movie again if I had to try and think to recall that line. Cedra.
Lean down to the one at my feet and say, "Tell me why I should give you mercy."
Would you prefer charisma or manipulation?
Oh, that's a good question. Manipulation.
Manipulation and intimidation, please. Would you believe me if I said I'm 2 days away from retirement?
No.
Okay. Would you like to run him through?
Yes.
Again,
Off.
he's got so little health left, no matter what you roll, you're going to slaughter him. I haven't got any decent one-liners to go with it, I'm afraid. Oh, yeah. Cedra looks down at the man
Hostile movie.
who she completely overran.
Should be
Whispers
fitting for
into
her.
his ear, "I've got a little tip for you, if you get the point," and runs Windashi straight through his heart. Armon.
I want to do something a little bit more creative because I've had a few turns to think about it. This guy is pretty limp at the moment, but is he still? I mean, I assume I still have him run through, holding him up.
Well, you were on the Kinky Club member that Cedra just ran through.
No, I'm on the guy by myself, aren't I? How many guys?
Yeah,
were there
I
in the
ran
room?
through the guy that attacked Isaac.
Yeah, she's on the Isaac guy.
Ah, right.
The last guy that attacked Isaac.
That will put you on this guy. Okay. Yes, he's on the floor.
I was on the floor. I'm not holding him up. No. Can I say? Can I just go? I don't really got any reason not to kill you. Can I pick him up and throw him in the fire?
Yes. You want to throw him into the fire? Hey, can do.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to get near the fire because I don't like fire.
Do for me strength
So-
and strength. Difficulty for that is going to be 2.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That was just enough, but prowess would have helped me if I failed.
You
So-
pick up the man and throw him into the hot coals, landing him very firmly in the center of it, and watch as he is completely immolated with screams of terror and pain. And you just look at the man's remains and say, "Ah, shucks."
I pull the swords back in and just slap my hands together to get the dust off of them.
Which brings us to the one remaining person on Isaac. Isaac.
I think on my round I want to use the blood power to heal a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to feed off of him. He's down, right? Or is he still
Which
up?
one? This
He's
guy's
still up. I'll have to grapple him. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll.
I believe you will not be able to do a heal and a grapple. You can either heal or grapple.
Oh,
'Cause I believe
Okay.
healing is your turn.
no, you can do any of the blood powers
Oh, okay.
when your turn.
I'll take your
Oh,
word for
yeah,
it
this
because
is
you've
just
never lied to me before.
Okay, so I'll
Your
do
ass check
that,
for me,
and then
please.
I'll try to. Sure.
Oh, you've done it. Wonderful.
And then I'll do a grapple, strength and ball.
Yep. And he's just going to try and punch you back because he doesn't, he's a bit pissed off that you refused his advances earlier.
All
I'm going to
right.
re-roll,
Sure.
which is the willpower re-roll button underneath the willpower bar. And I'm going to re-roll 1. Yay. Sticking with yours?
I succeeded on all my dice.
Oh yeah, so you did. Hurrah! Isaac attempts to lurch forward and restrain the man. Unfortunately, the man is too quick for Isaac and gets a good solid uppercut underneath his jaw, doing 1 superficial damage.
Oh, there goes that one I healed.
And that is the end of combat. The Ministry Man. We're going to say, I think, with a number of people there, do you want to kill him or question him or anything?
Yeah, let's question him.
All right.
Yeah, good idea. Let him go.
Isaac, being the strong, tough shell that he is, successfully grapples the man and restrains him.
You're going to tell us all about that fire you started.
I don't know what fire you're talking about.
You don't?
I don't even know you, man. Let go of me. The fuck are you playing at?
This is a ministry
Edward
game,
is
right?
Talking
Yeah.
to him.
Wasn't the ministry involved with burning down the Up in Arms?
What are you on about, man? It's not like they tell me all these things. I just do what I'm told. You owe me a new pair of sunglasses.
I didn't know dead men owned property.
I have no idea what the fuck to say to that.
Isaac would say, everyone, it doesn't seem like he knows anything about the Up in Arms.
Then Amon
Our
will
reaction
go
this
grab.
time.
Amon will go over and grab him by the collar and kind of lift him up in the air, and just go. Well, if this guy doesn't have any relevant information, I guess he'll make nice tinder like his friend did.
But that would spoil a perfectly good bag of blood.
Can I intimidate him, Shiv?
Yeah, do charisma intimidation.
Oh, and charisma? Okay. Intimidation.
That doesn't seem right.
Really?
You want to reroll that, Ma?
I don't really want
That's
to,
right.
because it's only 1 die, and I've spent a lot of willpower already.
I mean,
But
it's a
I'm
draw.
guessing that you've...
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if that still counted if it was
I
bullshit.
can't
but
tell
okay.
you stuff that I don't know, can I? Would you prefer me to lie to you just so you've got some information? Will you let me live then? No matter what I do, you're going to kill me.
I look at Cedra and Xavier. I guess Isaac.
I mean, you want me to do it? Are you wanting permission? I'm confused here.
All right, and I throw the guy into the fire. Sorry,
Yeah,
were
that'll
you
be
gonna say
a free
something?
action.
Were you going to say something, CJ?
No, you're all right. If you want to go with it, Cedra. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if the guy on the ceiling is doing anything.
He's just hanging around.
Yeah.
When I go to see. Okay, so he's not reacting to any of these questions.
No. I mean, he's dangling over this fire, and he is a bit freaked out by what he's just seen and all this sort of thing, and the fact that he is dangling over a fire and about to be burned alive.
I see a monster to throw. We have more questions.
I mean, this
I
guy
look
doesn't
at the
seem
guy.
to have any information, but go ahead.
It's Ramla in Oxford.
Charisma intimidation makes more sense, doesn't it? The Ancient One was brought into a museum and is stored there. Yes.
Which museum?
Charisma and intimidation, please. The Ashmolean.
And what's going to happen when it wakes up?
Pardon, sorry?
What's going to happen when it wakes up?
The Ministry will be ruler of all.
That's it.
No other kindred will exist apart from the Ministry. Kine will be subjugated. Pardon?
Is there something with my mic?
Yeah, your mic
Yeah,
kind of acting a little bit funny.
Yeah, it's not coming in until after a couple of words. That's been like that since earlier when we were telling you to say something. We didn't hear you.
Make aroused noises first and then speak.
Oh yeah, ooh baby, ooh baby.
Is that better? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
For now.
Okay. How do we stop it?
You can't.
Has it begun?
We are already here.
What's the purpose of the sacrifices?
Charisma, intimidation.
Just sitting there holding this guy by his collar.
Roll 2 of them.
Let me know if your arms get tired.
I've got prowess active, I'll be fine.
Damn. In order to resurrect Ramlar, we need the sacrifice of the current incarnate of Ramlar's soul. Then Ramlar's soul will be free to repossess the body and arise once more, bringing devastation, seen only once before in our lifetime.
So how do you know who to sacrifice?
What?
How do you know who to sacrifice?
Trial and error. Names. Connections to Ramlar.
Who do you pick?
I do not. I merely follow instructions from the elders.
How are they chosen?
I'm afraid that that's
Are they
above
all
my
women?
pay grade.
Are they all young?
The current incarnation of Ramlar could be young, could be old, but must be living.
You're sacrificing their souls when they're living?
It wouldn't be much of a sacrifice if they were already dead, would it?
Oh, I see what you mean. It's not kindred.
Can I go home now?
That's not up to me.
Bollocks.
Shit, I had a one-liner a second ago and I forgot it. Oh, that's what it was. Well, thank you for your cooperation, and I throw him in the fire.
Yeah, I'll let you do that for free. I think this is a good time for a break when you've got Edward on his own. So we'll be back in 10-15 minutes. Yes.
That was gonna be my question.
Guys, let's get him down from here. And if they go to hold him, I'll go to break the chains. I'll activate prowess.
Dude, get up
She
there.
was like, yeah, I'm not even like, okay.
I mean,
After I've
if you
broken two
activate
chains
prowess,
already,
I don't even think you need to roll for that, to be honest with you. I think you'll be able to snap those chains.
something
No
like
problem.
this. Yeah, it's just for flavor. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you, babe. So you managed to successfully release Edward from his chained bindings, and he's looking at you all, extremely scared. What the fuck was that? Where am I? Who are you?
How'd you end up here?
I don't even remember. I was just
I lean over
in
to
the bar,
Amon.
and then the next thing I know, I'm chained up over a fire.
We should really invest in
Bars and
value or
fires.
something for these people.
Invest what?
We should invest in some
Value.
value. Quaalude. When we find people like this, we're like, here, eat this real quick.
Oh,
Have you ever been to a bar called the Up in Arms?
what? You've just ripped people to pieces and thrown them on a fire and taken me down from chains, and your first question is, do I want to go to a pub with you?
I feel like you're looking at this completely wrong. We just saved your life. All that was saving your life. Okay,
But you blew that guy's head off with a shotgun at point blank range. That guy threw two of them on a fire that I was nearly burned alive on, and then you're asking me about a pub? What the hell is this? Who are you people?
Yeah, we're asking you about our pub. What'd you do to it?
What? I think I went for a drink there when it was really popular. Is this something to do with those secret ministry people?
Yes.
I think he's got a point there, Cedra.
He was cool.
I look over to the guy in the shitty suit.
I think there's one left, isn't there?
Laying on the ground, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all dead at this point.
Oh yeah, they're
she
dead.
killed one, I killed one, and 2 got thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
I mean, what is a Ramlar? Why are you talking about it? Why were they talking about it? What's this got to do with me?
What's the last thing you remember?
Being chained up over a fire and nearly burning to death, and then watching you people mutilate the people who were negotiating over me.
And if you don't want to end up in that fire too, start answering their questions like I intend them.
I'm sorry, I've
Before
just had a
this
very
room, what's the
traumatic
last thing you
experience.
We can make it more traumatic.
I was at the bar, and the barman asked me if I wanted to see something special. He gave me a drink on the house.
What bar?
This one. And then he gave me a drink on the house, and I woke up in chains over a fire. I mean, the chains weren't new, but the fire was. I've never woken up with a fire underneath me before.
I suppose that is something special, isn't it?
Do I have to talk to
What
him?
brought you to this barn? Yes.
Oh, God.
Have you been around a lot of fires?
I don't know. What's a normal amount of fire?
Have you ever set a pub on fire?
No. Really? I have
Okay.
to talk to
Oh,
him?
interesting.
If I may, sorry. What were they? You said that they were bargaining for you?
The guys, the
They were-
secret agent guys that looked like they were from the FIB or something
Like-
came in, and they said they just demanded me.
Okay, hold on. And I point to the 2 on the ground. Were they together or not together?
I mean, the two of them came in together,
I guess
dressed
what I'm
up like they were in a
asking is,
James Blunt movie.
What you're saying is 2 groups of people came in to negotiate with the other group of people and
The
demanded
two
that they
secret
needed
agent-
you.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 secret agent guys came in on their own first, looked at me, went out, and came back with those 2 other people, and they started trying to buy me. What kind of place
I look
is
at
this?
Cedra. That's not for just any normal.
I'm
Joe
sorry.
Blow.
Shiv, did you say buy me?
Mhm. Slavery, maybe not slavery, but slavery. But also, he might be a blood doll.
I mean, they mentioned this law, like you said, and something about kindred. What the hell does that even mean? What's going on?
I have an idea, but it could be dangerous.
Do it. My best friend's still in
Prick his
person.
finger.
Pardon me.
Prick his finger to get one little drop of blood. Put it on my own finger and taste it using taste. What is that?
Okay.
Taste the blood.
Taste of blood. Difficulty 3.
Taste of blood.
And he's Mithras. Just kidding.
I wouldn't do that. That's Kane. No.
Whoa, fuck.
He is mortal.
No kindred blood in him.
No.
How does his blood taste compared to? I should be asking this for her, but to Dolores.
It would just taste like regular blood.
Okay.
She doesn't feel any kind of surge of power as she drinks or tastes it.
Taste
I
anything?
ain't anything special. No.
Where'd you work before you came?
Anything.
Where do you work? Do you hold a job?
Work in a
Okay,
garage.
Yeah, that's fine. Trying to figure out why they're bargaining for this guy.
Why'd you come in the kinky club in the first place?
I mean, it's a kinky club. Why else do people come here?
Kind of.
So what's your kink?
She did that on purpose. He's like, honey, what's that thing I like?
I really like it when women say pocket.
It's a boring kink.
No, we don't kink shame here.
I mean, I had two choices there. I could have gone for something really mundane and normal, or I could have just really gone for it, and I thought, no.
Oh, come on, Shiv. You should have just done something really stupid.
I like it when women talk to me in Australian accents.
Oh, I can't do that one.
So, do you know anything useful? I'm trying to
I mean, I know
understand.
maths. I'm pretty good with fractions.
Why would these people be interested in buying you?
I don't know, like I said, they just kept talking about needing me and something about sacrifice, Ramlar. What even is a kindred? Maybe they were in love with me.
We all simultaneously chuckle.
Now I'll never
Do
get
you-
to hear them say the
did-
word pocket.
Did they say why it had to be you and not just anyone?
No. The only thing that's special about me is this stupid birthmark.
I mean, that could be it. It looks like a scarab.
And they
Real quick, what accent does he have?
Oh, he's British. He's British.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's nothing special, and I pull up my sleeve.
Oh, where did you get that done? That's really cool.
It's a secret.
That's an interesting birthmark you have there. Does it have any sort of significant meaning?
It's a birthmark.
Do birthmarks have meanings?
It's just something I
Some
was born
people
with.
think so.
Really? I have to talk to this guy? Really?
Yes.
Secret, I
Perhaps.
wonder.
Go ahead, Xavier.
Ask you a real personal question, and if you answer correctly, we might be able to solve that problem tonight. You ever had sex?
I mean, possibly. Yes. Maybe.
Maybe.
Asking a
I
question
look
I
at
was not
Cedra and
prepared for.
smile. Yeah, I just rituals.
I mean, are
and
you
virgins,
offering?
stuff like that?
I walk up to him and say, "You wouldn't want to die a virgin, would you?"
That was kind of my point. If it was a virgin, I could see why they wanted it.
Charisma
Ritual.
subterfuge.
I'm glad
really
I'm
just
glad
Actually,
you
no.
caught on to that.
Manipulation subterfuge.
I really just wanted to be like, Shiv, I cast Sense the Virgin.
He was like, maybe, and I'm like,
Oh wait, I think I hit the wrong thing. Hold on.
I mean, you're gonna win it unless you really fuck up, which is possible. No, tell me more.
Sorry, Cedric's having sound issues. Well, are you a virgin? Or do we need to take care of that?
I mean,
Guy, it's a yes or no question.
yes.
We're not going to judge you.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you. That's why they won.
Are we doing this now?
Isaac will leave the room.
Okay,
We'll give you about 5
go for
minutes.
Xavier.
I won the Christmas special.
Xavier, do you think perhaps maybe, and Isaac would point to his face, like where that guy has that birthmark, he's got a mark that would identify him as the living embodiment of this Rimlar?
That's also, yeah, I'm glad you spoke up because that's not my thing, but that does make sense. It's one of two things. Maybe the combo of the two, to be completely honest, too.
Did that one girl have a birthmark?
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
So if anything, we've thwarted their advancement.
Can I go home now?
No, sorry.
Where's home?
Cowley?
So, is anyone hungry?
Before you do that, I'm just gonna go up to Cedra and I'll say this is really awkward, and I probably shouldn't even suggest it. But we know he's got to die because he saw what he saw. I'd really hate to see him die a virgin. I had to.
It's not the worst thing that can happen. I did.
Good point. We'll just go stand by the door.
Isaac, how hungry are you?
Never actually said that during
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
No, you
I
haven't.
think
Yeah.
this
Mm-hmm.
So Xavier didn't know. So no.
None of us did.
Yeah, in game technically, yeah.
Isaac, how hungry are you?
I'm a little peckish, but not too bad. I'm at 2.
I'm the same. Do we really
Why
want
are
to
they
send them
looking
out
at me with
screaming, though?
desire in their eyes that I was not aware of before?
They just want to have a nice conversation. It'll be fine.
When I asked your question, this wasn't what I thought you meant.
Should we really send this guy? I'm whispering this to Isaac. Should we really send this guy out screaming?
Well, I mean, that's up to you all. If you want me to go ahead and sate my appetites, then there would be screaming, of course.
Hey, Shiver. While they're
Yes?
debating, I pull out my pistol and shoot him in the head.
Dex,
I was about to slit his throat, so
I was thinking about doing that, but yeah, I could get a little bit. of
yeah, I
food
don't
out
even
of
think you
this.
need to roll for that. Just shoot him straight in the
Okay.
head. Yeah.
Since he's looking at them talking, it's just unsuspecting.
And he
Oh.
falls to the ground. Dead.
Oh, watch.
Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Amon just goes, well, never mind. It's your go, Isaac.
Isaac would go ahead and grab him and try to get some blood out of him. You know, Isaac likes feeding on fresh corpses.
And I don't even think you need to roll for that either. There's not much I can do with that if you fail the roll. So go ahead and take 2 hunger. But go no less than 1.
I'll just. Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's one way.
And could you all take
He
humanity
wasn't
stain for me,
screaming.
please?
Oh no, that's number 2 for me today. He was innocent, but he still knew too much.
And he died a virgin.
Did we take a stain for that or no?
Yeah.
Everybody did.
I still always find that weird. You uphold the masquerade and still take a humanity stain. Damn it.
I mean, there are other
the
ways to
masquerade isn't
dispose of him without killing him.
It's true. I don't think anybody's got modified memory in here.
Oh yeah.
The doctor
There's other
did.
ways.
Rip.
The doctor did, yeah. And this group doesn't really have those ways, I don't feel like.
That's fair.
Well, I feel like we have enough
Look.
info, but not enough to put it together, unless you know more on that whole situation, Isaac.
Well, we learned less information than I would have liked. But there's definitely something strange going on with the ministry that merits further investigation. I would have liked to get a simple answer to who was responsible for burning our haven, though. But I doubt I'll be getting that.
I mean, if you're trying to pay back the guys that were just following orders, just pretend it was them.
But if it wasn't them, then we still need to kill the people responsible.
Yeah, but do you think they're ever going to tell you exactly who did it?
We'll just have to keep asking and eliminating suspects until we get the right one.
We also don't know for sure if it is the ministry that did it.
Well,
Very good
hopefully
point.
someone in the... I suppose that's true. If no one in the ministry knows who did it, then once we eliminate the ministry, we'd hit a dead end with clues. That'd be such a shame. We'd never find justice for the people who set our haven on fire.
You just made me think of something. And as they're talking, I'll go and drag the rest of the bodies into the fire.
I was thinking about doing that too. I would, seeing Xavier do it, I would probably start helping him.
Make sure all the clothes get in there too. Everything needs to be ash. I really hope this wasn't the bar owner.
Would you like to leave the back room then?
Yeah.
Okay. The coterie head out of the secret back room of the Kinky Club and walk back out onto the main dance floor. They can see Mercy talking to some young lady at the bar. The barman behind getting strangely infuriated as he just watches.
As we come out of the back room, I take off my lanyard, stick it in my pocket, and just go, pocket. That was the guy's fetish.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but
Trying to figure out. What to
Fuck
do.
it. That was a terrible Australian accent.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Thank you.
is that what she sounds like?
Didn't sound like a woman though.
That was Australian, not British.
Well, I suppose I'll go return my lanyard then.
Here, take mine.
Anyone else?
Yeah, here.
Oh, Isaac would. Go ahead.
Walking over to the bar then, Isaac?
Yes, Isaac would gather up the lanyards handed to him, and then he'd take them to the bar to return them.
I can give him mine.
Barman looks at Isaac and says, "You know we've got cameras in there, right? We saw everything that went on." I told you not to make any trouble,
cameras.
but you got lucky. Those guys were dicks. Now I can get a promotion.
Oh, well, congratulations. Isaac would reach into his wallet and pull out a 20. You should have a drink on me tonight.
Thanks. Is this guy with you? And he points over at Mercy.
I look
Yes,
behind, I look
that's our
behind me and
friend.
say, "Oh, hey, Isaac. How'd it going there?"
It went well. It was quite a relaxing, relaxing adventure.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm just talking to Teresa here.
Sometimes it's nice to spend some time watching a good movie and being in a sauna. You know, the warm rooms, they just so awkward.
Mercy
like
takes
a
a
play.
sniff. Mercy takes a sniff and goes, "Was there a barbecue going on back there or something?"
Well, yes, you know, the saunas, they have the coal pits and you pour the water on them. Steams out.
Look, I don't care what
Okay.
you do, but if you could get that guy away from my wife, Teresa, I'd really appreciate it.
Teresa is what I said.
Teresa.
Oh, well, congratulations
sister
on
called
your
Jeanette.
promotion.
Oh God.
Congratulations on the promotion. Here are your lanyards, and we will be on our way.
You might want to keep your head low and not come back here for a bit until the dust settles.
Understood.
Especially with
Isaac would
Casanova there.
pat
I'll
Isaac
wait
would
to the
pat-
woman. I'll wait to the woman as I leave. Bye.
Come again.
when Isaac gets back.
Oh no, she says as you go, "Have a good night."
When Isaac gets back to the group, he basically updates them that the bartender saw what happened and he's going to get a promotion, so he's not too mad, but we probably shouldn't come by anytime soon.
Should have
Mercy
checked.
sniffs around again. Mercy sniffs around again. He smells it on all of you. Says, "That must have been some barbecue."
Oh, yes, it was quite delicious.
Gives Isaac a look. I'm not gonna ask.
Well, you know, it smelled delicious. Not that I actually ate any barbecue. Let's go. And Isaac would like start bring people out the door.
Is he delusional?
Which
You're
I think,
asking that
yes.
now.
The coterie are shuffled out onto the streets by Isaac. They start to make their way back to their vehicle. On their way, a crow gracefully but ominously lands down near to Isaac, pecking at the ground and cawing quietly, looking directly at him. It seems to have a note tied to one of its legs.
I would take the note and read it to myself.
As you take the note, the bird gives one last satisfied caw before spreading its wings and flying back off into the night. The note reads, Isaac, the family is ready. Come to the domain. Bring your companions with you so that they may witness that death holds no power over the family of death.
All right. Well, it would seem we're going to go visit my family. Is everyone ready?
Forgive me. I'm sorry, what?
Isaac would read the note out aloud. Yes. Well, would you care to join me?
What are
For
we being
what?
invited to?
Yeah.
I believe it's a ritual of sorts.
Isaac,
Yes.
who's a part of the ritual?
I will be, I suppose.
Okay, just make it right. I mean,
Are we being invited to family dinner or as family dinner?
yeah. Thank you. I really didn't know how to.
Oh.
As Harry
Oh,
would
I
say,
see what you mean.
"Death!"
Oh, I believe you'll be guests for the witness. To witness the family succeed over death.
Yeah, I don't think this is something I should be a part of.
Oh, yes, probably not. I don't think you would enjoy the company.
I mean, you guys are open-minded, but I don't think others.
Right. We would be going to Clan Hakata Haven.
Isaac, thinking first, do they know that we have a lupine with us?
I don't know if I've mentioned it explicitly, so perhaps not.
Would that be okay with you bringing a lupine in without telling them beforehand?
I doubt it. I think that would be something that may upset them.
I'll let you make this call, but the doctor used to fuck us constantly like this, so please make the right one.
Well, Mercy, I hope you're not offended, but I think it would likely be best if we didn't startle anyone with a werewolf.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I have something to give you in the car.
Very well. I
Might be
guess
polite for us
pile
to
into
drop
the
you
car.
off somewhere on the way. It's the least we can do for literally bringing you along and telling you to sit and be a good boy. I'm not saying. Never mind.
Front seat? No.
Yeah, right?
What did you call me?
He starts hawking up.
Yeah.
Hey, boy,
But-
that's racist. No, I'm kidding.
His tail is wagging.
Yeah.
Once we're in the car,
Um,
I take out a blood bag from my pocket and hand it whoever wants it.
I'm sorry, it was in your
Have another
wallet.
one. Coat pocket.
Pocket.
Your prison pocket.
I guess while we're in the car ride, I'll go ahead and heal the superficial.
Okay.
Let me
Do a
know.
rouse check
Let me
for
know
me,
when we
please.
pull. Let me know when
Same.
we pull away.
If nobody reaches for the blood bag,
Okay,
Amon
hunger.
takes it.
Gain a hunger. You may heal 1,
did get
Isaac.
bro?
You may heal 2, Cedra.
I'm like, no, give it to me.
I sigh and hand it to Xavier.
I think this one probably is best to keep back. Oh wait, it burned down. We'll keep it here for now. God knows what happens coming out of this. Whatever the fuck it is your family does.
By the way, I wanted to ask you before you drop me off. Have any of you tried it? Tried it yet? And I gave you last time.
I had some when I woke up tonight.
Yes, I
Did
had
you
some
notice it?
yesterday. It was quite satisfying.
Did you notice anything different? I'm still trying to figure out whether I'm your found special about it or anything. No?
Well, it was quite satisfying. I felt it sated my hunger quite exceptionally, and afterwards I felt like a spring chicken.
I didn't feel anything.
What do you mean? Hey, Amon.
I didn't feel any different.
Look at Isaac. I look at Isaac. What do you mean spring chicken? You felt younger?
Well, you know, the spring chickens always hopping about and moving around. It put a little pep in my step.
Why are you asking?
I was just wondering why Lamia kept on getting my blood once a week for 2 years.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, it was certainly much more nourishing and filling than any kind blood bag I've had.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Perhaps she just liked it because it was a lot more potent.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. Be solved.
The car journey carries on, with Isaac describing spring chickens in great detail to the rest of the coterie.
Before we pull off, like right in front of the bar, right as Amon presses the gas pedal, I'm just gonna be like, probably should have saved that kid down there tied up.
You motherfucker.
Ew.
But kid.
Oh,
It was-
sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
It wasn't mortal. He's trying to get a rise out of you.
I am hungry. Just drop me off at a barbecue place.
The car makes a small diversion at Sammy's Barbecue and Kebab, dropping Mercy off, and then make their way to Headington Cemetery. Isaac, noticeably far more excited as they get closer and closer. The group park their car up outside the grounds to Headington Cemetery and begin to walk in. Isaac guides the group through the maze of tombstones and epitaphs until they finally reach one of the larger stone crypts on the grounds. He easily opens the stone door and beckons the group inside. They make their way into the mausoleum, surrounded by ancient stone coffins with a large statue of an angel that has one wing broken off and hold what appear to be a trumpet in its left hand. Isaac grazes his fingers along the statue's body, and the stone monument glows to his touch. Before it slowly glides to the side, revealing a stone staircase beneath its base. The group descend down the fairly short stairway, coming to a door with 2 hooded guards at the end. Cousin Isaac, the ritual is in place. Isaac attempts to use mimicry and mime to express his feelings and communicate with the guards, who stare at him strangely.
Yes, wonderful. My friends will be so pleased to meet Annabelle. She's just a delight. You'll all see. And Isaac will nod happily towards the guards. So everything is ready then?
The head of the family will meet you inside. You're responsible for any of your friends' actions when you are inside the domain.
Very well. Isaac will turn to everyone. Everyone will behave civilly, correct?
Yeah.
That's precious coming
Good.
from you.
Yeah, what's etiquette here?
Don't melt people.
More or less. Behave like you would at Elysium.
Xavier pulls out his guns and clears them.
Amon just
Three
puts
of
his
them.
hands in his pockets.
The guards just look to each other and say to Xavier, "Those tools hold no power here. You may keep them on your person."
Oh, I planned. I just wasn't going to keep shame. Thanks, though.
The guards step to one side and open the doors. The coterie enter into the underground domain, and a set of hollowed-out tunnels mark their way, with various pieces of ancient graves still embedded into the walls. In the hallway, a single figure stands. That was difficult. The man wears a simple brown leather coat, and Isaac recognizes the local family head. Brother Isaac, the ritual is ready to proceed. Before I escort you and your coterie to the chamber, is there anything you wish to ask, or perhaps your coterie wish to know before we proceed?
Isaac would look back at the coterie.
What is this ritual?
This is one of our most precious rituals, where we show that we have ultimate power and hold over death, that we will not be bound by such two-dimensional ideals.
So what happens?
Would you like me to skip to the end and spoil the surprise, or would you like to enjoy the mystery of the journey?
Okay, how about this? Is there any, rules of etiquette we need to know? Anything we should or shouldn't do?
We do not talk about Death Club.
Can we cheer if you succeed or clap?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Of course.
Like graduation, though, you have to hold your claps till the end.
This is a celebration of life and death. Do not interfere with the ritual. But I'm sure this will make Isaac most pleased.
I'm so ecstatic, words can't describe it.
The family head leads the group through the small maze of chambers until they reach a large set of wooden double doors. He opens them, and the group enter into a larger room. The smell of incense fills their unnatural senses as the doors are shut behind them. In the centre of the room lies an old wooden birthing chair with leather restraints added to the arms and legs. Next to it, on a stone slab, rests an elderly woman with silver hair, seemingly in a serene sleep, but bearing a large wound upon her chest that has been sewn shut. The coterie can clearly see she's dead. The head of the family stops in his tracks and turns to talk to Isaac. Cousin Isaac, as you can see, Annie is prepared for the ceremony. We shall be using her wedding ring to bind her spirit to the corpse so that we can ensure it is her spirit that we summon. This is a very sensitive ritual, you understand. Once it starts, if it is not finished properly, we would have to start again with fresh ingredients. Speaking of which, The sacrifice is ready. The doors across the hallway open, through which the coterie entered previously. A single figure wearing a dark black robe walks in front of a small child. The coterie are unable to get a clear look at the child until she is finally in front of them, standing next to the altar. She is totally blank-faced, in a trance. As the coterie take in the scene, Xavier recognizes that this is Armand's daughter.
Question. The chairs we're sitting in, are they wood or metal?
Wood.
Xavier's the only one freaking out at the
Xavier's the
moment.
one that would know, right?
Yeah.
Isaac would recognize her as well.
Yeah, Isaac would know too.
I
Whether or
look
not
at
he gives a
Isaac
shit.
real quick. Yeah, I look at Isaac. Does he show any? Does he look back? Does he show any type of?
If when Xavier's looking at Isaac, Isaac would go and point to Annabelle. Look at my Annie. Doesn't she just look beautiful? I can't wait until she's joins us again amongst the living. And Isaac just has a big smile on his face. He's not even acknowledging the sacrifice.
I will, for flavor. I don't know if I could do it, but I want to use fleetness to react quick enough to smash my chair and try to get a steak out of it. Isaac,
Okay.
I'm going to give you one chance to stop this. By the way, everybody else just saw me react real quickly. My chair just exploded, and now I'm holding a splintered piece of wood.
Several
Hands
Haka's
up.
family
Xavier.
members come down from the sides and begin to surround the area.
Xavier, what are you doing? You said you would behave yourself. This is unbecoming.
Unbecoming? You have a Mon's child.
As soon as he says that, swords pop out. What?
But you don't understand. This is my Annabelle, my Annie. I have to make sure she's okay. I've been spending the last decade trying to bring her back. This is my life's goals. This is the whole reason I became Kindred in the first place, was to defeat death, to bring her back.
Shiver, I blink and stake Isaac.
Oh, okay. Strength. Brawl. This is a called shot, so it's reversed.
Shiver,
Yes, darling.
I use split second. I stake Isaac.
What is split second?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that the interrupting?
Show me
My
split
celerity
second.
5 rating.
That lets you interrupt him, but I don't think it lets you beat dice rolls, does it?
Oh, fuck.
A very split second thing, so if he's going to allow you to react, that technically I should be able to bypass that little reaction of you to step out of a way. Because if I can escape an explosion from this,
Does my fortitude help me in any way?
No,
Uh,
not stakes.
okay, well, since I can't dodge, would he have to beat my stamina or something?
I mean, I think he stakes you.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm staked.
The Clan Hakata members begin to slowly march inwards on you all.
I
How
hold
many of them
Isaac.
are there?
Pardon, sorry, Armand?
How many of them are there?
15.
Okay, that's a lot. We could have.
And I'm sorry, Xavier, what was the last thing you did to Isaac?
no, I've still got Isaac. I'm holding Isaac because I know the stake's not going to kill him.
I say to the crowd of guards, whoa, hold on. Huge misunderstanding here.
The head of the family steps forward. A misunderstanding when one of our family clearly had a wooden stake driven through his heart?
You have one of our family's children. That's not cool.
Ties
That
to
means
the
you
mortal
abducted her.
world.
Not your rules.
And you're in our domain. You don't get to say what rules apply here either.
You're right, I don't, but it appears I have your stake.
What are you going to do with him?
What are you going to do with her?
We're going to pour powdered silver into her eyes, release her life, and use her spirit to summon Annie back.
You're gonna have to get another kid.
This was Isaac's one wish.
Can't you just do it again with another kid?
Where are we going to find a child at such short notice? The ritual has
Where
already
did you find
proceeded.
her?
I mean,
We found
Does
her
it have to be
wandering
mortal?
around. She has become interested in the occult and was seen wandering around the cemetery. I assume that she must have been missing some sort of parental figure in her life to be so lost.
I look over to Mon.
Well, she's right, and I point at Cedra and say, "You've got to find a different kid."
And who are you to try and issue orders in our domain?
An angry father.
This child was yours?
Yes.
Then does it not go against your own traditions in the Camarilla to have ties to the mortal world? Perhaps the prince or the sheriff would be interested to know of this.
I was not tied to her, but it's my job to keep her from death, like you're about to proceed with.
You are incorrect. It was your job when you were among the living. You are no longer alive.
she is to him. I point to Amon. What she is, I point to the dead old lady. To him, and I point to Staked Isaac.
Then surely you would understand why it is necessary to bring her back.
Surely you would understand why it's necessary to not take her away in the first place.
So why does one outweigh the other?
Because one you got to do work for, and the other's already living.
We gave Isaac ample opportunity to tell us what was going on, and he kept this from us. He's a part of our coterie, and he absolutely has to tell us the truth.
Isaac was unaware of who the sacrifice was.
He was. He was aware.
We did not charge him with this. He merely needed to get the other ingredients.
I just
was our
told him who it
responsibility.
was, and he was aware and decided against.
Perhaps if the situation
So
was
can he'll get
reversed.
you another kid? Can we have her back?
At this point, we need more powdered silver, another heart from a recently deceased mortal, and also we need to find another way to preserve Annie. She is no longer okay.
I unstake Isaac.
Isaac, you are at Hunger 4.
But I hold the stake over. I don't leave. And I look him in the eyes. I was quick enough to do that once. I swear to God I'll do it again. And this time you won't come back. Tell them to stop. You're muted.
Muted.
You're muted.
Why did you stake me, Xavier? That was uncalled for. You can't be civil.
Not right now.
This is not civil.
Why don't you want me to be happy?
This isn't about you being happy. You could have asked for help. We are now in a situation where this is not going to work. We can help you later on, but this is not happening.
Your happiness is going to come at the expense of Amon's happiness.
And he's already lost that one.
Well, look, I didn't know who the sacrifice was. I see her now, but Amon doesn't know who she is. He's forgotten about her. He doesn't care.
I pushed the stake a little bit. I'm not putting it in though, but so he knows.
Why is one child more valuable than another?
It depends on who you ask.
And it would
To
depend.
him, that's the most valuable child on Earth.
And to Isaac, Annie is the most valuable person on Earth. Why does Armand's tie to a mortal world outweigh Brother Isaac's?
Because you can get another kid.
It's not exactly like children hang around in the graveyard very often, let alone are so willing to be indoctrinated so early. You are working on this assumption that we have stolen this child. She walked
You preyed
into
on
us.
her depression.
We preyed on nothing. Perhaps
She lost her
you should
father.
look further inward and realize why she felt this way and was so lost. We merely offered her a guide and a path.
Oh, I know. Amon, you're a shit dad. I know. Still not happening.
So, Armand in life, or unlife, made a massive mistake, for which Isaac must pay.
Oh, I'm not doing this right now because it's his kid. I'm using that as an excuse. Archon took my kid away from me when I was mortal, and I'm not letting it happen ever again. I turn back to Isaac. Stop this now.
So you would be willing to find a way to preserve Annie, to find a new sacrifice?
I mean, if you tell me how, sure. I'm no doctor. But I told you before we come in here, we had a doctor fuck us continuously, not being honest with us. I didn't want it to happen again. And here we are. You
Brother
didn't tell me a
Isaac.
kid was involved.
Brother Isaac,
I
you
didn't
already
know-
know that mortal means no longer preserve the corpse of Annie, which is why we have had to hasten the need for the ritual.
Yes, I understand. And Xavier, I didn't know a child was involved. How would I have known a child was involved?
So you're having a ritual done to bring your whatever the fuck she is back to life, and you didn't know anything about the ritual?
Of course I know about the ritual. I need a mortal heart, a bag of silver dust, and an innocent sacrifice.
I just look at you with the saddest eyes in the like you've ever seen. Like,
Amon! Amon! Blink.
How was I
Yeah,
supposed to know?
I
But-
was kind of letting this conversation happen, and then I
Being
was
dead!
about to ask Shiv. Where the kid is, what the room layout's like.
The kid is standing next to the stone altar, with the hooded figure next to it. You are still surrounded by 15 Hakata members as
Yeah.
well. The family head is standing next to Isaac.
so they're standing next to me.
And they're probably pretty tightly packed around us.
Yeah.
Does the hooded figure look like they're immediately brandishing anything?
You can only see a dark robe.
Okay. I soaring leap over the guys surrounding us in the direction of the kid.
Oh, okay. You don't need to soaring leap to go because they're outside, you're inside. That's what surrounded means.
They're surrounded us.
Oh, I know, but I wanted to go over them to the altar to get the kid.
Yeah, you're in the same area as the altar.
Oh, okay. Well, then I grab the kid and then I soaring leap.
You're just going to grab the kid.
I mean, I don't.
You're trying to do too much, is what he's saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
So
also,
you
you know,
either get to the kid.
kid here, you there. Oh, I'll just grab. Yeah,
Mm.
see ya.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
Blink,
Bye.
do a thing. It's what? Yeah.
Okay.
Treat it as a turn, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to understand layout here. Yeah, I blink to the kid.
Okay, show me blink, please. Is that a browse?
It is.
Oh,
Oh,
I
nice.
should
I already
browse
had it
check earlier.
open.
Shiver. I didn't rouse when I blinked, so I'll do it now.
Okay. So, Tina, Xavier, gain a hunger. Armand, do a rouse check. Gain a hunger. And if you could roll
It's fine,
dexterity
please.
and athletics at difficulty 4, please. Armand, in the blink of an eye, travels in front of the child. The hooded figure, already ready and poised, swipes out, brandishes his sword, and brandishes it across her neck. This is most unorthodox, Brother Isaac. I had no idea your coterie would try and interfere with our ways.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realize the sacrifice was Amon's child. Had I known that, I probably would have asked to see if we could postpone it for another sacrifice. Of course, Amon would react this way. It's his child, but I mean, I can't let Annie die or die again. I can't let her slip away.
The choice
Is
is
there
yours,
nothing that-
Brother Isaac. Annie can no longer afford to be preserved through non-magical means or magical means. We either perform the ritual now, tonight, or Annie is lost to us.
You
Would
need
a
an
dampier
innocent.
work?
Huh?
You just need an innocent.
An innocent.
Yes.
Too bad we killed that virgin.
By innocent, you just need somebody that's a virgin.
That is
No,
one
not a-
definition of innocent.
Just someone who is innocent. An
It's
innocent.
usually kids
mortal.
because kids can't sin. Is the idea of innocent?
A child was also chosen as their life force is far stronger than those who are grown up or elderly.
I look at Cedra. They're not killing a kid over there. Not over my living dead body.
Xavier is a living dead
What
girl.
about-
Yeah. When I started saying that, I immediately thought of Rob Zombie. Like, what?
What about the one we just left back at the Kinky Club?
It's already dead. It's in a fire.
No, the kid.
Oh.
The thin
I
blood.
look. Oh yeah, I look at him. Does an innocent kindred work?
There's no such thing. Besides, kindred are already dead. The sacrifice needs
Yeah.
to be mortal.
Perhaps we could raid a nearby church. Someone there's ought to be innocent.
A church. Oh, where was that nunnery at?
The one that burned you with true faith when you just touched the door.
Yeah, exactly.
And you all thought it was an easy game. Ugh.
It sucks that being staked increases your hunger to near maximum. I can't do any rouse checks for anything.
I mean, it should be maximum, but I was going easy on you.
Uh-huh. Sorry, Isaac. I told Shiver I would never use that till it mattered. And he finally put me in a position where it mattered. You weren't prepared for that, were you, Shiver?
I was.
Okay.
What's
I
Armand
didn't even
doing?
know that was a celerity factor. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, you need to figure it out, Dad.
I don't have any fuck the storyteller powers.
So even if I didn't, I probably still would have won against Isaac's dexterity.
Well, this is also like coming off the heels of what we did last week, where there was a character with a knife to their throat. And so I'm panicking, trying to figure out a way to decrease the threat. I know I'm not going to eliminate it, but decrease the threat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody
What's
just
new,
called-
pussycat?
Yeah.
I have a feeling you
I
guys
have
would
an
just see.
idea, but it breaks many rules.
Yeah, I'd imagine that all you see right now is Amon frozen, just staring at the knife, trying to figure out what
Sword,
to
darling.
do.
It's a massive fucking sword.
Oh, sword. Yeah, that.
Well, if no one's got any ideas, shall I proceed?
I mean, I
Uh,
can't do anything.
I would one more time. If I could, I would activate Daunt. Tell Isaac, end it, and I will push the stake in a little bit further.
Okay. Daunt is free. Isaac. Well, first of all,
Yep.
Xavier, please roll. Manipulation. Manipulation and
at all? No?
intimidation.
Okay.
Isaac, resolve and composure.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked it. It didn't come through.
Where is composure? Oh,
It's one of the traits.
gotcha.
I also use my presence rating, I think, so it's a 3 to any intimidation roll.
Correct.
Oh, he beat me. Wait, I
Yeah,
can't
if-
reroll.
Yeah,
If
you
you
can
reroll
reroll one.
one.
Composure and resolve. Oh, I can. Yeah, I'll do that.
I mean, I also get to add my fortitude to it.
Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Isaac wins and is not intimidated by Xavier.
It's technically not why I activated Daunt, but it was the bonus to it. The other part of Daunt's why I have it activated right now. Make
Even
it
though I'm
harder
at
to attack me.
4 hunger, can I try to use a discipline that requires 2 house checks?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to scroll up a bit.
Well, while you're scrolling
Continue,
up,
Isaac.
because Isaac
Yeah.
called it first, Isaac should do
Yeah,
his
sorry.
2 rouse checks and activate his discipline.
My hold
Okay.
on was just because I got an idea finally.
We could take these
Alright.
disciplines and do something really stupid. Okay.
He's at 5.
Okay,
Isaac, you're at
so-
hunger 5.
Yes,
Right.
I'm at hunger 5.
Well, first of all, show me the discipline you're activating.
Okay.
I know which one it is.
Fuck. Never mind.
And you are going to be suffering
It is-
from... Oh yeah, do a frenzy check for me at difficulty 2, sorry.
Okay. And -1, right?
Not yet.
Because the werewolf blood. Oh.
Not yet.
No, wait, I burned through it because the hunger.
Oh yeah.
Difficulty 5 for the frenzy check?
Difficulty 2. Yeah.
2. Wait.
Oh, that didn't roll right.
Okay, I'll try to roll it again, but it might be because I'm hunger 5, but let me try it again.
Yeah, it's because he's hunger 5.
Difficulty 2. If it rolls the same number of dice.
Well, shouldn't it roll at least
Oh,
one?
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. That was difficulty 1. Let me roll it again. Sorry.
It's tense.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, I
Okay.
still
Yeah, we're in
succeeded.
the temple.
Okay, so what are you doing with Withering Spirit?
I'm going to probably use my hands to make. I'm probably going to use my nails to cut my hands, make them bleed. And since Xavier's like right there in front of me, I'm going to put my hands on him and use Writhing Spirit or Withering Spirit.
Please do for me. Resolve and Oblivion with Fortitude added. And Xavier. Resolve and Oblivion. No, that can't be right.
Oh.
Resolve and Occult, sorry.
And if Xavier has Fortitude, he can add it.
If I have fortitude,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't.
if you have. Okay. Ooh.
You're going to kill me.
That's
I
going
think
to
so.
be
Mhm.
3 aggravated damage. Though I should really
Is it
be
willpower
harder on
damage?
Sufficient.
It should do
Is it full
I believe
aggravated?
for every success I have, it does 2 aggravated willpower.
2?
damage.
Oh, well, bugger me.
I believe so. Let me scroll up and double check.
I think you're right.
Yeah, the victim suffers 2 aggravated willpower damage for every one
I
of
did
the
the one
attacker's
thing not to
successes.
kill you, and you kill me.
That is
I was a
12
Fine.
aggravated
No,
damage.
I've only got, it's 4. It's willpower damage.
Is it willpower?
It's willpower.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
willpower.
So that's
It's
12
not actual damage.
aggravated
I have no
willpower.
willpower now. I only have 4. I can't take more than what I got.
Correct. And as Isaac reaches out from the very depths of oblivion to scry, destroy, and tear apart your soul, he feels the beast inside of him rising up, shouting and screaming in his ear and head about how he must save Annie, how Annie needs to be okay, that she's not going to be struck. No. And you will take. I'm going to make that 2 humanity stains.
Absolutely. Or maybe even just a point of humanity right off the bat.
Fortunately, we can't do that.
Okay.
Do you want to hear what my idea was? And I'm sad because it wouldn't work.
Go on.
I was going to mentally tell Mercy that we needed help. But it only lasts for a scene.
And he'd
I
have
was
to
going to
find a way
mention
to
that in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
break his way into. Well, first of all, find his way into the domain. Fight through the entire clan Hecata apart from 15 of them. Then get to where you are and fight another 15 Hecata family members. And not even a single werewolf
True.
could do that.
True.
No problem.
So
But in
Xavier
my-
goes limp and falls to the floor while everybody doesn't want to play the game. So get off your asses and do something now, because now Xavier is impaired. I opened up these can of worms. You all get to finish it.
I was gonna do something, but what's the state of his daughter right now?
She is held at sword point. The head of the family walks over to Isaac, rests his hands on Isaac's wrists, and persuades him to draw back. Isaac, I can see that Annie is obviously very important to you, but it looks like you need to make a choice between your coterie or Annie. If you choose your coterie, we will allow you and your coterie to go free, although untrusted, but we will not be punishing them. But Annie will be lost.
Because Annie's my touchstone.
How far since I blinked?
Daughter of Amon's touchstone.
Since I blinked, because I think I blinked over the altar, how far away am I to Isaac and them hearing them say this?
They're across the other side of the room. You'd be able to hear it.
I can't see them.
You'll probably see heads. The head of the family, after all.
Is dot line of sight, or is it just pick a target?
Area of effect.
Would it still affect him?
Not from there. What's your presence rating?
I think it's just 1.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You can't try to dodge out of somebody's way if they try to grab you. By the way, in game.
Pardon?
Did I get no defensive action against Isaac at all? Or
Well, that was what you rolled.
oh yeah, I guess yeah, okay, yeah.
I see what you're saying, though.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't touch me. You know what I mean? But instead,
Yeah.
it was it was not a defensive. It was a mental thing.
So is
Well,
Amon
I mean-
and his daughter inside or outside of the circle?
Everyone is inside the
Inside.
circle.
Everyone is inside the circle. Okay.
I was gonna make this cruel and cast daunt on them, but I'll just say it out loud instead. Hearing the Hakata guy say what he said to Isaac, you'll kind of hear a bit of a trembling voice come from Amon, still frozen in the situation that he's in, and he just yells out, "You better make the right choice, Isaac."
Brother Isaac, I'm not entirely sure what your coterie member means by that, but the choice is yours to make.
One moment.
I'll go over to the kid, and if they let me, kneel down and grab her hands.
Yeah, they'll let you.
Reassuringly.
Sword is not, however, moving away from her throat.
Is she still kind of dazed? Does she
Oh yeah,
seem to
she's in a
react at all?
trance-like state.
Okay.
I think at this point, Isaac would probably be like crying tears of blood, and he's like, look at Xavier. The coterie can't be saved. The only thing left is Annie." And then I think he would try to jump on Amon and feed off of him. Because he's also Hunger 5. So, yep. Isaac's gonna
Okay.
die.
So Isaac's shuffling over with speed
Yes.
towards Armon.
And I think he's going to try to grab him and feed off of him, so that gets it to brawl.
Strength and brawl. Armon, how would you like to respond?
If he's lunging at me, I swipe back.
Strength and melee.
And my sword
on.
is +3.
Armon impales Isaac upon his blades. Anger clearly visible even through his mask, and Isaac is rooted to the spot and takes 7 superficial damage.
Okay. All right. I mean, he's so mad with hunger right now.
So I guess it goes back to you, Armon. What would you like to do?
Do I get to
Or
take a
Cedra.
turn since
Or Cedra?
I shouldn't get a turn, should I? Because I attacked back.
There's not much that Isaac can do right now that he's rooted to the spot, but Cedra?
I look at the hooded figure, put the sword to her throat, use compel, and say, drop the sword.
Show me compel. So do for me charisma, dominate, difficulty 6, please. Actually, let's make it difficulty 5.
So it's not a contested roll?
Nope. I mean, unless you want to wait half an hour for me to make up a character sheet for him.
I'm re-rolling that. Although it's difficulty 5, and I'm still gonna re-roll it.
You can only reroll 2.
Yeah.
That does get rid of the beast roll, though.
That's true.
It does?
Because the beast
Okay,
is...
good, because that's the main reason I wanted to re-roll.
I believe the beast is because you get 2 1s. Is that right, Isaac, or am I wrong? I think it actually is still a beast.
Oh, I think the beast is if you roll a 1 on a hunger die and you fail. So, it might still be...
So it's still a beast.
Sorry.
Let me consult my old notes. Would you like to succeed at cost?
Sure.
Okay. What was it you were doing? Oh yeah, you're
Telling
trying
him
to
to
compel
drop-
the guard. Right.
Yep.
Cedra casts her discipline power, demanding that the clan of Hakata drop his sword. She fumbles, unfortunately, in the compulsion, as the beast rises up, screaming in her ear, but she manages to, using her willpower, resolve it, pull it down into its depths, but unfortunately, as she blanked out for that brief moment, she accidentally told the guard to drop the sword, and in his carelessness, slits the daughter's throat. Armon, upon seeing this, filled with rage as the beast momentarily comes up inside of him, screams with rage, pulls out one of his blades embedded in Isaac's chest, and decapitates Isaac.
Can't come back from that.
The head of the family walks over to Cedra. I take it then the matter is now resolved.
In which way?
There is no contest here. Nobody has won, and we have lost a member of our family, as have you. I would interpret this to be a fair deal.
Is the daughter good?
Oh yeah.
You just didn't
You've seen
describe
people
it. I was
throughout
going to
life
ask.
and kind of hang on to his life before, so.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question, but I figured.
Sorry.
I can actually come back. Well, maybe
Okay.
it's up to Shiver, but yeah, to regain willpower, you have to. The ST can also award 1 or more points for acting to the benefit of a touchstone or for upholding a conviction against their own best interest.
Oh, nice.
Plus, you can recover 1 at rate of 1 per session for acting in accordance with the character's ambition. Blah blah.
So you'll be getting 2 willpower at the end of the scene, Xavier.
Back. So
Yeah.
it won't be aggravated. I'll be out of it, I guess.
Just to
It'll be
paint
minus
the
2
scene,
aggravated damage.
Yeah. Okay.
just to paint the scene, right after decapitating Isaac, Amon instinctually just rips his mask off and runs over and holds the girl as she dies.
Quick question. Would it be... do you think it would be appropriate for all those memories stolen from Amon about his daughter to come flooding back in this moment?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
It's almost as if I had planned for that to happen, but yeah, go ahead. Take my
Oh, I'm
thunder
so
away
sorry.
from me.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
You didn't know. You didn't know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a great
That's like
idea.
making a mom
though.
joke at somebody that my mom's dead. No, really. You're like,
good on you both.
I didn't
That was a
know,
good
yeah.
idea.
Thanks, glad I had it.
just go with what you were going with then. It's fine. We know how to play this game.
As Armon grieves over his daughter, in between the tears of Vitae rolling down his cheek, the memories slowly come fading back in. He remembers her first steps, her first words being Armon, or whatever his real name is, Leon. Dropping her
My
off at
fucking
school
character sheet.
on the first day, and the pain in his heart the night he decided to leave his family, and how he had hoped he would one day see his daughter again and be reunited. All of the hope that he once had fades away into the night, like the tears rolling off his cheek and splatting on the stone floor.
He slowly gets up with the body and doesn't say a word and just starts walking very slowly towards the exit.
The head of the family...
I pick up Xavier's.
Oh, hang on. The head of the family turns to Cedra and says, I don't suppose you know offhand if Isaac had any particular favorite items, do you?
God, did he?
I'm kind of going to be like, that.
What?
Annie.
Well, the body, yeah, I guess.
Do you have anything...
Maybe the
that's
body or maybe his wedding ring.
Do you have any pictures of him? Or shall we attempt to see if we have anything in our archives?
I don't really take pictures. We know where he lives, though. We can see if he has something there.
This is
Liv.
something best left in the family. I believe enough damage has already been done.
Then I'm afraid I can't help you anymore.
You may leave our domain without punishment.
I pick up Xavier's body and walk out the door. Fireman carry.
Depending on what you want to do, Ahmad's mask is probably still laying on the ground too. He's a little preoccupied.
You throw my arm over your shoulder. Army carry me. It's like,
Yeah. And I guess I'll pick up Amon's mask as well.
Okay. The circle of Hakata open like the Red Sea parting and allow you to exit. Noticeably, none of them come to aid you on your way through the tunnels, leaving you to find your own way out into the cemetery and back to the car.
No, that'd be weird. Okay. Never mind.
That would be weird after what just happened. That?
No. My brain was like, Ahmad wouldn't even get in the car. He would just continue walking, but I was like, guy walking with the child corpses through the city, not a good idea.
Going through the cemetery is fine. That's where dead bodies are kept.
Shiver to start this
But-
game. You're all gonna have to figure out what to do. This is what happens when we have to figure out what to do, Shiver.
Xavier, you may have 2
I
willpower
put-
back. Sorry, Cedra, carry on.
I put Xavier's body in the front passenger seat and climb behind the wheel. And follow Amon with the car.
Weird. I'm weekends at Bernie in it. Sweet.
No, you've got 2 willpower back.
Oh, already? Okay.
Yeah, we change the scene. We'll have him back now.
So basically, he's waking up in the passenger seat.
Yes. Weekend at Bernie's, but realizing, oh fuck, he was alive the whole long.
Bernie was
I
a
don't say-
vampire.
I don't say anything then. I just stare at the window. I don't even look to see if Isaac's in the back or anything.
Okay. Is there anything Cedra and Armand wish to discuss?
Well, I pull up and tell Amon to get in the car.
Yeah, I get in the back.
Don't forget to put the seatbelt on the child's body. Ooh.
No, actually, if we get in a car wreck, she's a deadly fucking weapon. Yeah, good point.
Actually, Amon wouldn't even change his stance. He'd still be holding her, sitting in the back seat.
Stroking her head.
I drive to my haven.
Okay. Would you like to call it in for the night here then? Or would you like to have a dramatic conversation? Okay. We'll call it in here then.
Yeah, I think we all have to think on this.
How do you think I feel? I've got to make
Shiver,
a
say
new
the thing
name.
that you said before.
I've got to make a new name tag for next week when Noscavian comes back with a new character.
First character to die, and it was from one of us.
And it wasn't even me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the most tense session we've ever had.
Didn't someone call it that Isaac would be the first to die when we fought our first werewolf? Who
Yeah, but
was
because
that?
of that.
Yeah, because of
Yeah.
the werewolf, right?
I also think it was you that predicted that.
I think it was
remember.
FC, yeah.
Oh, I know who we're going to raid. We've got a tough choice. Gehenna Gaming or Kendu. Gehenna has, I think Gehenna's rated us, so to be fair.
What
But it's all
are
Kendu.
each of them playing?
Gehenna are doing
Any of
tabletop
them doing the
RPGs.
charity?
Kendu is doing No Man's Sky.
I would do the tabletop.
Okay.
Kandu's already shouted us out because I went to his channel and said,
Oh,
"Hey, I
that's
can't
kind
hear
of
you, but you definitely need to watch the VOD." So he shouted us out. So
Kendu's not.
Okay. Kendu is lovely. He puts the kind in Kindu.
yeah, kind dude.
Okay. We can't go until Ms. Hart says the line, but we'll be back before she does.
No, I'm gonna
We'll
say
be back
Shiver. You
next-
say the line.
We'll be back next Sunday. No, next Saturday,
Saturday.
in your time zone.
Saturday.
With,
Except I won't be.
but we will have a new person. But it's Noscavian playing a new person.
I am so sorry, Noscavian.
I think he predicted it and just accepted it, and that's
Did
why
he,
he
though?
charged at me.
Thank
I
you all
think
for
he-
coming.
Almost did. Yeah.
Good night. And Cedra, if you could do the line, please.
Have a good night.